What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We have got a full house here tonight, and I'm going to start this off and apologize that I've been off work for a week, and I have got eggnog and chicken and dumpling poisoning, and I'm going to try to let my brain work. Hopefully, this goes well. I haven't thought or worried about shit for a week. It's been real nice. So this is the first time I've had to think for a while. So y'all, but guys, we got a great panel here. You can see everybody on the screen. I'm not going to waste everybody's time to introduce everybody. Everybody knows everybody here. But this is going to be our top 3 greatest releases of 2022. This is something we've been talking about doing for a while now. I appreciate all these guys joining us. We're multi-streaming to my channel, Tommy's channel, Basement Blues channel. From wherever you guys are coming from, appreciate y'all being here. Does anybody got anything to say, or they want to talk about anything coming up? You guys got the floor. Y'all just let me know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say one title until Bob leaves. So,
and Bob, on that note, Bob, thank you for agreeing to join. This is Bob's first time on the channel. Bob's been trying to get on here for a while. We finally got it worked out. So, man, I appreciate you being here, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I know you're getting ready to move here soon, so I know you got a lot going on. You got a lot of stuff boxed up. But I appreciate you agreeing to join and show us what you like for 2022. I know there's been a lot of other people that have done streams like this. We ain't breaking any new ground. This is just something that we wanted to do to show our top 3, and we decided to do top 3 instead of top 10 or top 5 because we got such a big panel here. We thought anything more than a top 3 would take us forever. No honorable mentions. We're just doing our top 3. That's simple. So it should be a good time.
now, Bob, you're moving right now. As you're moving and the pallets of shit are coming in, are you just leaving the new titles in boxes, or?
I got another unboxing coming tomorrow. I just got another 40 movies from Kino. So
there you go.
40?
Yeah, 40. It is 39. Close enough.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Rounding error.
Yeah, whatever. I save all the boxes.
There you go. There you go. We're going to see who's out there in the chat. Quite a few people out there. Robzilla, what's going on, man?
Hey there.
Adrian James. Hey to Tony.
Hey, Adrian.
Yo, Adrian.
Oh, what's up, guys? Hope y'all had a good Christmas, man. Yes, same to y'all. Hard Copy Blues. What's going on, man?
Hey there.
What's up, Vin?
Mama Blu-ray. What's going on?
Mama Blu-ray.
David Wayne. Halloween Ends. Yeah, that probably ain't gonna make my list. Basement Blues. Hey, Basement. Hey, Tony.
Oh, Tony's in the chat.
Lift Vision Films. What's up, everyone? What's going on, man?
Hey, Cody.
Spicy 4K Action. Hey, Tony, chat. Man, we got a lot of new faces in here. At least my channel is probably coming from Tony's channel and Tommy's channel over there. Blu-ray Collector 99. Good evening. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Yeah, please do. Geriatric Geek, what's going on, man? Hello, Tony. Hope next year is as good as the one as far as media goes. Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Oh, it says we got blues from the basement and basement blues.
Yeah.
Adrian James says, hey to everybody. Jess says, what's going on, Jess? Dodger said, holy cow, he is so excited there are so many new faces.
Hi,
Dodger, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dodger.
Hey,
Dodger.
Dodger.
Movie Hunter 2020. Everyone smash that like button. What's going on, Movie Hunter? What's up, Allie? Eggnog and chicken dumplings poisoning. True statement. Lipke Vision Films. What's up, Bob and Tony Cruz?
What's up,
Carlson?
man?
Steve Mars. Greetings, Flick Friends. What's going on, man? Mika saying hey to everybody. What's going on, Mika? Adrian James. KB Loves Movies. What's going on, KB?
KB.
I enjoyed your interview with your kids, man. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Julian said, hey, guys. All right, guys, we got 21 people in here, man.
Nice.
Without any further ado, I guess we're going to get started here. So, Tommy, you got the hot seat, man, so you're going to get to go first. We'll start with our number 3, and we'll go down to number 1 here.
Yay, again.
So,
We start off with a good foot.
You,
Tommy, number 1.
Yeah, you have got the floor, sir.
Sounds like a plan. Well, as usual, I want to thank, Pops and Brad for having me. It's always fun to, come into these streams. And first time actually meeting Bob and Gizmo and Anthony. So awesome. Good to meet you guys. And I hope everybody had an awesome Christmas out there. Thanks for joining us here tonight for our top 3 2022 releases. Lots of good stuff this year. A lot of killer titles, new to Blu-ray, new to 4K. Some really cool special editions from all our favorite boutique labels. But first one I'm going to start out here with, my number 3. And again, this was really hard to do as usual. And not just coming up with the movies, but also just like figuring out everything that came out for the year. I think what I ended up doing was like going back and looking at all my my physical media updates every month and just kind of skimming through them. Just felt like that was the best way to do it. So I would write down my favorites as I went along, and I think I started with like a list of like 50 something, and I had to knock them down to 3. So anyway, so the first one up here is not anything like, not a real special, cool looking release or anything, but it's a first time to Blu-ray title that we got from Mill Creek this year. And it's something that's actually kind of special to me, which I was just beyond excited to hear this was coming out. And that is a movie called The Cure. So this movie here is a movie that was filmed in my old hometown, Stillwater, Minnesota, when I was about 14. And me and my brother and my friends, we all got to have a little part in the movie in the opening scene as extras in the background, and never got to do something like that before. And being a teenager, it was just really cool meeting the stars and the director and everything. And it was a whole day it took to do our scene. And back then you didn't really know when movies were coming out. So I kind of had to rely on the TV, you know, when it came to actually seeing the first trailer pop up on TV. I remember, you know, I don't know, it took a few months, you know, after the movie was completed. But I remember seeing the trailer for the first time, and I was so excited, couldn't wait to go see it. And it's actually a really good movie. It's got, of course, Brad Renfro from The Client and Joseph Mazzello from Jurassic Park. This little boy's got AIDS, and they're trying to find a cure. It's a fun movie. It's really sad, but it just means a lot to me personally. Like I said, it's not like an awesome release or anything, but this is probably one of the biggest holy grail first time Blu-ray releases for me. And I had to put it in my top 3 because I was just, like I said, so excited to see that this was coming out for the first time and to see what I look like in high definition.
Yeah.
You know? So, but yeah.
Tommy, I love The Cure, man. I was so excited when that got a Blu-ray announcement, especially with the retro VHS slip.
Oh yeah. Gotta love it.
It's a huge
staple
of my childhood.
That's awesome to hear, man. I don't come across many people that actually ever even heard of it. So,
no, I recommended it to a lot of people when it was getting announced. I was like, it's $10, pick it up, and you know, even if you don't like it, it's $10.
Yeah, absolutely. So anybody who does pick it up, just send it to me, and I'll sign a copy for you if you want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love those retro slips. I have most of them. I have that one, but I have not seen the movie yet, so I still got to watch that though. You know, to see my boy Tommy in it.
Well, bring a box of tissues, Pops.
Yeah, it's a sad one, man.
Yeah,
if it's a sad, like as soon as I heard it was like this sad tearjerker movie, I was like, oh, Bob loves that movie. Like every time, it's like this movie will destroy you. I love it. I couldn't believe they put this out.
I love all the depressing shit. Give me all the depressing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a great first pick, man. Gizmo, you ready to go, buddy? You're
Yeah.
number 3. Here you go.
Hello, all. Thank you for having me, Pops, and nice to meet all of you. I feel I know you a little bit, but you probably haven't seen my face before, so yeah. When I went through the 3 titles releases, I wanted to give one shout out for just the cover art or the kind of style, and also that it popped out of nowhere, and that's Starship Troopers.
Oh,
This steelbook of this film, I think is my favorite steelbook. It's boring inside, but the look on the outside is just amazing. And it's also one of my favorite films of all time, from one of my favorite directors. And I don't know how much I need to say because probably everybody has seen Starship Troopers before, but this is only because of the packaging of the release I took this one, and of course of the quality of the film also. But I was really shocked when they suddenly released a steelbook edition of Starship Troopers just randomly with this cool cover art. So, yeah.
It's a hell of a release, and it's a studio release. It's not a boutique release.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sony.
that's nice to say.
Yeah.
That's nice that they're doing that because Sony's been, kind of anti-physical media for a while. It's good to see they're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I was super
Beautiful
excited when I
art.
seen that was getting released, man. Great looking steelbook. I got a feeling that probably won't be the only time that one comes up. That's the nice one. All right. Straight from the couch is my man Craig.
All right. Like Tommy said, I appreciate you guys bringing me on here. Definitely looking forward to this stream because I think 2022 has been one of the best years we've had for physical media, especially for 4K releases. Like they really opened the floodgates this year for 4K. So I had about 30 or 40 releases from this year that I'm just like, every one of these is awesome. So I narrowed it down to a list of 10, and then I had to get that list down to 3, and that was the toughest part. So, but without further ado, I'm going to say my number 3 came from a box set, and it's Halloween H2O on 4K.
Oh, yeah.
This is one that I grew up watching. I love 90s horror. It's my absolute favorite. This is like a Halloween movie that just, it almost feels like Scream. You know what I mean? It's got the same score. It's, executive produced and somewhat written by Kevin Williamson. But just watching this movie, you just feel the 90s nostalgia. I will say for a Halloween movie, though, it's probably got the lowest body count, and it relies more on like scares and like creep me out atmosphere. Not really that gory like the other sequels, but it's the return of Jamie Lee Curtis since Halloween 2. Who was supposed to direct this? They wanted Carpenter to come back for this one, but it was Steve Miner who did Friday the 13th 2 and 3. But yeah, so the only way to get this is if you get that Halloween 6, 7, and 8 box set from Scream Factory. So it was like on sale on Amazon for like $91. So if you have a chance to pick that up, definitely get Halloween H2. I mean, it aged very well. Me and Tommy talk about how much we love this one. So if you're in the 90s horror, Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Myers, definitely check this out. Halloween H2O.
I loved H2O. It's probably my favorite Halloween.
That's the only one I wanted from that set was that one. I'll get it sooner or later.
How'd the transfer look? I still haven't gotten it yet.
I think out of the 3 releases in that box set, that was the best looking transfer out of all of them.
There is some good gore in it too at the beginning sequence, and then the
the
he
ice
hangs
skate.
the girl. Yeah, he hangs the girl, and her leg is basically cut off. There's some good gore in it.
I was pretty
I'm glad-
mad when seeing that they were releasing the 3 together. I'm like, are you telling me we're going to have the first buy with slip boxes and then we're going to have this set? And then when I found out that the slip boxes were inside this, I was like, okay, we'll just take them out and throw the box away or something.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of those boxes for sale on eBay. A lot of that. Anything. I'll take
Yeah, that box
anything
is that box is prominently displayed in my drawer down here where it'll stay. Yeah, I'm excited to see the Scream Factory title make a top 3. That's awesome.
Hey,
I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen
I
or
was
not.
excited about that. I was really excited about that. Honestly.
Yeah, this flimsy ass box right here.
Yeah, what a piece of garbage, man. What a piece of
Yeah,
garbage that is. Throw that damn thing
about
away, Anthony. What the hell?
$150 on eBay.
Well, oh no, I don't use this. Here we
Yeah,
go. Right in
yeah.
the garbage. Bye bye.
There you go. That's where it deserves to be.
Careful with that, man. That's expensive. It goes for over $100 on eBay.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about what hard time they had. Tony's going to be I'm sure he had every year, lined them up, and then had to go through it that way. I'm sure Tony didn't have the easiest time picking it, so I'm curious to see what Tony picked.
Yeah. Yeah, the Iron Man himself. We're gonna put him on the spot here.
Well, first of all, thanks for letting me be a part of this. It was kind of hard to choose my top 3 physical media releases, but we did have a lot of great ones. You know, people can't say that physical media is dead because I think this year's proved that it's not.
Amen, Tony.
So first up for number 3 is a Vinegar Syndrome release, which is unusual for me. But of course, it's the Roadhouse 4K release.
Yes.
This is one of our favorite movies. Me and my wife's. We saw this one in the theater when it came out, and just this really came out of nowhere as far as it getting a 4K release. I know it was announced, and it's got this really nice booklet with it, and some really good slipcover like they always do. But so this right here is my number 3, Roadhouse.
Yeah,
Hopefully we'll
that's
see
great.
more. Hopefully we'll see some more of these great ones come to 4K.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
out of the blue, man. I couldn't
like-
believe they did that.
I like seeing Vinegar Syndrome dabble with, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite movies. I was really surprised and excited when I seen they were releasing that. And,
Got me
that's
excited now
awesome.
to see what else we're gonna get from Vinegar Syndrome. Now that they've feel like they kind of opened the door to some different things now.
Yeah.
They had a big year this year. Vinegar Syndrome had maybe the best year of any boutique label.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
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 All right, Anthony, you're on the hot seat, buddy.
All right, let's do it. One of the greatest horror comedies of all time, The Return of the Living Dead, Scream Factory. This is a fantastic release, 4K release. Sounds great. Looks even better. This release has some of the best music. One of the best soundtracks of all time. I mean, I love the soundtrack on this film. Scream Factory was able to acquire most of the licensing rights to the songs and everything. There was only one song that they couldn't get the rights to back on this, but it's definitely a huge upgrade from the MGM release, and even an upgrade from the Blu-ray release. It's got a million special features on the back of this thing. But a notable one is More Brains, which is a 2-hour documentary going through all the behind the scenes and all this stuff of the Return of the Living Dead. So that's an excellent watch. And then you just get a bunch of audio you get 4 commentaries. You get to they talk to the writer the director and writer Dan O'Bannon. There's a Horror's Hallowed Grounds on this thing too, if you enjoy Sean Clark. And just all in all, just a fantastic release. I mean, I think Scream Factory really, a lot of the extras and special features are ported over from the old Blu-ray. But if you didn't own the old Blu-ray release, then this is now the definitive release. I mean, it has everything. I mean, look at the amount of special features on the back of this thing. I mean, it's just insane. And it's just a great movie. It's a classic from 1985. I think that's about it. I mean, it's just you got to have this in your collection. It's my favorite zombie movie of all time. It's my favorite horror comedy movie of all time. And it's just so rewatchable. I can put this on any day, especially if I'm in a bad mood, and it will always cheer me up. It's got some of the best practical effects you'll ever see, too. I mean, you got the zombie lady on the table. They're asking her all the questions and all that. That's amazing. Just a fantastic release. I can't, this was a slam dunk, had to be in my top 3 here. So, The Return of the Living Dead.
Right on.
Yeah, I absolutely love that movie, man. It's one of my favorite horror movies. So I was super excited to get that 4K.
Yeah.
I watched that for the first time, 2-3 years ago, and boy, was I missing out, man. It's such a fun movie. You get Demon from Friday the 13th Part 6 in it.
Yeah.
Linnea Quigley, Tom Matthews Demon from Part 5, and then Tom Matthews from Part 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was such a fun movie, and yeah, like I said, I was missing out on that movie for many years.
And you get Clu Gallagher too, who's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And the cast is just phenomenal too. I mean, the whole thing's just great. I love that movie.
I agree on the soundtrack too. The music in it kicks ass.
Oh yeah,
Great
I
soundtrack.
absolutely love the soundtrack.
Yep.
One of my favorite.
And what's the best scene in the film?
the best scene in the film. I think I know the scene that you're talking
no.
about with the little zombie guy running, and then he kind of trips and spills. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That actor actually has no legs, and he actually told the director that he could run short distances on his nubs.
Yeah.
And he actually did. So that actually is a guy with no legs. They dressed him like a zombie. That is my favorite scene. My second's going to be, they said to hit the brain. He's like, I did hit the fucking brain. That whole interaction when the cadaver runs out of the cage there, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Brad, you're up, buddy.
My number 3, this was an easy one. I don't like Steelbooks. I think they're stupid, and I loathe them. But sometimes you got to do it, and this is one of the releases I was most excited for this year. Starship Troopers, the 4K, the 25th anniversary Starship Troopers limited edition steelbook, 4K steelbook from Sony Pictures. Great artwork. Unless you have this in person, man, you really can't. It doesn't do it justice. There's no inside artwork, which is some bullshit. But it's Sony. What are they doing? But killer, crazy artwork. Not tons of new special features, but there is some. I don't know if it's new scan or not, but the scan looks great. Even the dated CGI still looks really good. The Mormon separatist camp that gets slaughtered looks, the bodies still look real. You do get, for the 25th anniversary, you get a new virtual roundtable reunion with the entire cast. Everybody came back. Casper Van Dien, Ironside, everybody came back. Denise Richards, Jake Busey. This, other than the new artwork, is really the draw for this. Is the 25-year reunion roundtable is kind of the draw for this release, other than the artwork, which the artwork alone I think is killer, and it's enough to buy it. Other than that, it is loaded with features, but they're all archival from the previous Blu-rays, DVDs, and the previous 4K. It's all ported over, so it is loaded. It's just with older stuff. It's all good stuff. But the 25-year reunion, I was really excited to check that out. Really glad to get the Steelbook, even though Steelbooks are kind of for mouth breathers. But definitely, you got to have this in your collection. It's only like $20 or something, but this is one of the best releases of the year by far for me.
So Brad will be back soon with our top 3 Steelbooks of the year.
Top 3 Steelbook. Yeah, let's do it.
Only for the mouth breeders, though.
Yeah,
definitely for the mouth. It's a mouth breathers only stream.
I felt attacked.
Brad,
well,
maybe Steelbooks think you're stupid.
They definitely do. I bought some Steelbooks this year. That Lionsgate stuff.
Lionsgate, man, they're the bomb.
They're so good. I have to get them.
They know how to put out Steelbooks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, me on the other hand, I absolutely love Steelbooks. I'm gonna sit here and breathe out of my mouth and just keep loving my Steelbooks. So,
well,
me too.
There's an example, a perfect example of a Steelbook lover up there.
There you go. All right, Bob. I have been on your channel many times. I appreciate you joining. This is his first time on my channel, so I'm gonna give you the floor, sir.
I haven't been on Bob's channel once.
So as you can see,
got lost in the mail.
As you can see, my empty shelves. So I did manage to actually pull 3 things that came out this year that I would. They might not be my actual top 3, something from Arrow, but all that's boxed up now. So let's go with this for my number 1 or 3, I guess. I love the box set. It comes with individual slip covers. You get, let's see here. You get different artwork on each of them. I think the original theatrical artwork too. This was already on 4K, but still awesome to have. Again,
that's a hell of a set.
Great box set. Love the movie, especially the original. I actually like the 3rd one as well, unlike everybody else. So yeah, it's just a super nice box set, and you get all 3 Karate Kids on 4K. So I can't complain about that. So that would be my number 3.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, man.
Awesome
That was on my short list right there. I'm a big fan of those movies. Even part 3. Part 3 is definitely the weakest of the 3, but I'm still a fan of it.
And Cobra Kai is an awesome show. If you're not watching,
Yeah,
Cobra
man,
Kai.
and it keeps getting better. I think it
It
keeps
does.
getting better too.
Yeah.
Tommy, how is that Cobra Kai show? Is it good or?
I'm just not going to say anything tonight because once I start, I can't stop talking about it. So. But
Tommy has
say,
been
though, that
unavailable for streams because of Cobra Kai.
I was getting ready
we
to
should just have
pull.
a Cobra Kai stream. I mean, come on.
I thought this was at first. I thought it was like if you pull something, nobody else could pull it. So I was like, I got to pull some gems here. But then I saw Brad pull the same thing somebody else did already, Gizmo, right? So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
it's your top three.
I
It's
know
a
we're
secret
not.
competition.
I know we're not doing honorable mentions, but the Karate Kid set was my honorable mention.
It's a really nice looking set. Really
Okay.
good looking set.
Yeah, man.
I mean, again, it's a
Yeah,
studio.
the
release,
artwork's great. I
and it
mean,
looks great.
that's
Yep.
gorgeous.
It's not that often that you get a box set that actually has slipcovers on the inside.
And Elizabeth Shue in the '80s is come on, that's like perfection right there, right, guys?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt. All right, I will go ahead and do my number 3 here. If I can figure out how to drive this damn thing. All right, guys, my number 3 here. My number 1 and 2 were pretty easy to come up with. My number 3, I went back and forth on a few, but this is the one I decided to go with, and that is the Wild Things release from Arrow. This is the limited deluxe edition. This came out in May of this year, May 24th, and they had a bunch of different releases of this. But you know, my mouth breathing ass decided to go with the steelbook version. you have a really nice book with it. You get a pretty good sized poster, which I'm not gonna do anything with the poster, but it's still nice to have. And this steelbook is absolutely fantastic. Great artwork, and good disc art. You get the cards on the inside. This is just a great '90s cast. You have Kevin Bacon, Matt Dillon, Nev Campbell, Denise Richards. Just the price of admission. Nev Campbell and Denise Richards. Making out. You never go wrong with that. It's just a great release, man. And Era did not have the best year, but I would say that what they did release, this is my favorite release from them. It's also one of my favorite releases of the year. So I decided to put it at my number 3. Huge fan of this movie. It's a good time. Great special features. You get some new interviews with a lot of the cast. You get some retro interviews. All the way around, this was just a damn fun release. So that's what I got.
That
My
was my
number 3.
number 4, Pops. That was my number 4.
Yeah, I went through it.
I
Man.
absolutely
was
love
really
this man.
excited to get
And
that, too.
it's great.
Great pick, Pops.
I would pull that if I still had it out, but yeah, I double dipped on that one. The mouth breather,
Right.
Brent. But that's a great set. That and True Romance. But is that considered this year because it came out in the UK last year? So
The U.S. release came out this year.
yeah,
This is the U.S. release that came out on May 24th of 2022. The UK release came out at the end of last year.
Pops, you
That is
forgot
the UK release. I mean, the U.S. release, so it does count.
Pops, you forgot
What's
to
that?
play the clip of Denise Richards and Nev Campbell. You forgot to play that clip.
that might get you
Conveniently
some
enough,
copyright.
I have a review video out there unboxing, and I got a really nice thumbnail. So y'all go look at that thumbnail. Click on the video.
Was there any new
Shameless plug
features, or was there any new features with that, or was it all archival stuff?
No, there's new features. You got new features with a lot of the cast.
Okay.
If memory serves, I mean, it's been 3 or 4 months since I watched it. I didn't get a chance to go back through it again. But
There's a new interview with Denise Richards.
Denise Richards. I thought that was what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
That's
honest.
a nice touch.
Denise Richards is great. She did an interview for Valentine from Scream Factory as well. Like, she's a really good interview too, and she has no problems doing it. And she's straightforward. Like, she's blunt about what she says. She doesn't.
She
hold
tells
back.
it like it is. She's just like, I was sleeping with this guy during, and then I dated him after. I mean, like literally details like that. She talks about it on the Starship Troopers one. She was dating her co-pilot, during the shoot.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So
you
she
got a
did
new
one
interview.
Tammy and
You got a new interview with the director. A new interview with Denise Richards. There's a new commentary with the director and the producer. It looks like that's the only new ones.
Oh, she's
like
great.
yeah.
She totally. They ask her about Wild Things in the interview, and she's like, "Something like this could never be made today with the teacher and the student." She's like, because people are super sensitive. I'm like, get him, Denise, get him.
Yeah, she seems like a real cool chick. You wouldn't
she
think
doesn't
so, but
hold
she
back.
seems like and she's like what Paul Walker, and I mean, she just ran through the whole town basically, all the pretty boys.
Yeah. And you also get to see Kevin's Bacon in 4K. How can you go wrong there? So, guys, I know I'm famous. I know I'm famous for going through the entire chat, but we've got 43 people in here, and the chat has been rolling. So I'm going to go through a few of these, but I'm not nothing personal about leaving somebody out. But this is going to be a 9-hour stream, and so I'm not going to go through every single chat like I usually do. No offense to nobody.
Tony, you still off work?
I'm off work, so we can stay as long as y'all want to.
Tony can stay till 3 a.m, guys. We're good.
Yeah, I'm off work to next Tuesday. I've been off since last Friday, so yeah, I'm loving it right now. I'm going to really enjoy retirement. I got about 10 years to go.
I was recently released from my position. I'm unemployed now, so make sure you hit me up on Patreon. Keep my channel going.
You've already won over all the Steelbook fans. You should get a lot of new Patreons on that. You're also, hey, everybody, what's going on, Kyle? I'll just throw a few of these up there, guys. Like I said, if I get through all these, we'll be here all night. Ross, what's up, all you fine gentlemen, all the other fine folks?
Welcome.
Love that CB poster behind you, Tommy.
Oh, thanks.
Well,
hey, Bob's in the chat.
A lot of great releases in 2022, man. No doubt.
Great.
Movie Obsession 37.
Year.
When we be doing weekly updates again? Not sure who he's talking about, but
probably you, because Alan's been busy with PlayStation 5 and his family and all sorts of other things.
Yeah, that PS5 has been digging into my YouTube time for sure. Ken says top picks are TCM2, Get Carter, Fistful of Dollars 4Ks. Was that this year? Those came out or last year?
This year.
Fistful of Dollars.
All of those are this year.
Yep.
Raging Bull 4K, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, Fright Night 4K, good one. Real Genius, Blowout, and Videodrome. All good ones.
Yeah.
Mel's in the house. What's going on, Mel?
Hey, Kal-El.
So, Bob, good luck to your Titans tonight. Yeah, my Falcons are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh, really? Yeah, they lost like 6 in a row. They remind me of the Titans.
Yeah, they're horrible, man. They're real bad.
I'm from Ohio. Neither of you have anything to bitch about.
The Browns, man, they're powerhouse.
Browns, the Bungles,
Man, I feel guilty not reading all these things. I'm famous for reading everybody's chat. So, I do apologize. I don't even know where to start. So many damn people out there chatting, man, which I do appreciate.
It's hard, man. It's hard to read all those chats.
Is,
like
man.
you said, you'll be
normally we average about 20, 25 people. We got almost 50 people in here tonight.
Yeah, you go through them all. You'll be here for a couple hours for sure.
Yeah. Bob loves depression and titties.
True.
Say hello. Even all great to be here, says Chris C. All right. Mika says Starship Troopers, a fun film.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I have that Steelbook of Starship Troopers. I love it. Always a great movie.
It's a must.
What a panel here. Look at all these amazing people. What's going on, Tim?
What's up, Tim? I love Starship Troopers, and I had no idea like the political message behind it or anything like that until I rewatched it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the opening where they explain their government, literally exactly what the government is now, the fall of, Yeah.
When I was a kid, though, you're a kid. You don't understand any of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it when I was like 8 or 9. I just enjoyed watching bugs get killed.
Yeah, and then the group showers.
The group shower. My favorite place this year was Child's Play 2 and 3 on 4K. It's been a long time coming for a proper release of those two movies. Yeah, man, I love the alternate slipcovers too.
Yeah, me too.
Should we get more of that? Bram Stoker's Dracula. Saying hey, Triple T's in the house. Hey, Holland. All right, guys.
Alice.
Yeah, hell, I'm struggling here, guys. I'm just going to go through a few more. All right. He said, hey to Dale. What's going on, Dale? All right, guys, we're going to move on to the next round. Like I said, sorry if I missed anybody there, which I probably missed everybody. But the time we're going to go on with our second pick here. Go ahead and take me off the hot seat for a minute.
Get him, Tom.
All right, here we go. So kicking off our number 2. So this is something that has been on my radar ever since they announced that they were making this. And I think it might have been about 2 years ago or so, but I heard something about it. Then I don't know, like 6 months to a year went by and I didn't hear anything else. And I figured, all right, well, we're not going to get it and they're not going to make it or something. And then every now and then I would get like a little hint here and there that it's still in the works. And I got to a point where I was like pretty much giving up hope on this, but we finally got it. I think it got released in the UK first or something like that. And then we finally got it released in the US. But that is the documentary Pennywise, the story of it.
Oh, yeah.
I am such a huge fan of this movie miniseries. And I really like documentaries, mainly horror documentaries. And I always wanted a really good documentary on this movie. There's stuff out there here and there, but this was really solid. I popped this thing in like the day it showed up in the mail, and I don't do that a lot. I'm always just throwing it to the side, and I'll watch that in 10 years from now. But this thing I had to pop in right away because I was just so anticipating this, and it's just great. It's just one of my favorite. It's probably my second favorite documentary ever, behind Crystal Lake Memories. But yeah, this is just, I can't believe they actually put it out. And, we got a really cool slipcover on here. I didn't know what kind of release we would get, just a standard Amray, but I'm happy they did put a slipcover on here. Awesome artwork. And you do get different artwork underneath.
Yeah, the insert has really good artwork too.
Yeah, there's that underneath. You also get some bonus features and stuff, but it's really, really good, really detailed. I enjoyed the hell out of it, and like I said, I'm just really happy that we actually got this because I didn't think we ever would. So yeah, that is definitely my number 2.
Yeah, Tim Curry actually gives a really good interview in there, even through all his health conditions and stuff.
I wasn't sure if he'd be a part of it or not.
He does talk, Tommy. I know you didn't really know that, but
I know. It's like okay, now he's talking for like an hour in this documentary. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to take this stuff personal here.
Yeah, and Tommy, that is number 1 in that line, that new line they're putting out, and I just got number 2 in. So
is there? Oh yeah,
number 2 there on the spine. So I just came in the middle of the day, so pretty excited about that.
And now look at Tony checking.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the new line they're starting. So I'm kind of excited to see what else they do with that. Maybe we'll get some more horror documentaries.
Yeah,
I think it was Anthony was telling me about that. That's a line. We did figure that out finally.
Yeah, it's number 2. Yeah,
Screen box on the spine there. Screen box.
yeah, screen box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get them both. I just haven't gotten them yet, but I'll get them.
It's from Cinedigm. Yeah.
I keep looking at Bob's background there. I keep thinking, did somebody rob you? And then I remember you're moving.
Yeah.
But guys, for those of y'all didn't know, our buddy Gizmo up there is a director, and if you want to watch him, if you enjoy him tonight, you want to watch him get killed on screen, go out there and buy Christmas Blood. I bought it from Walmart for less than $10. It's on DVD. It's a really cool movie that he directed, and you get to see him get mollywopped in the movie, which is fun. And that is my son. Vibes is my youngest son. He came over right before Christmas. We watched it as one of our Christmas movies, and it was a really good time. So I'm still kind of pissed I don't have a signed copy of that yet, Gizmo. So I'm going to send that to you. Have you sign it for me?
Yeah, I still got to send my copy of The Cure to Tommy.
Yeah. Well, that being said, Gizmo, what you got for your number 2, buddy?
Yeah, there is coming on box to Brad, like in January sometime, so probably in March if I understood the Norwegian post office. But I can send you another copy then. But I have picked out now a movie from another of my favorite directors, and actually he released the favorite film I know from him also this year. But the reason I picked this one is because of the cover art, and it's Creepers. And
Great release.
I buy everything from Argento, so he's the only director I actually buy every fucking thing from. I don't know how many copies I have, different copies I have of Creepers, but the release of Creepers, you get the 3 different films on it, and I only watched the original Italian version. I never watched the original international cut of the film. But there is also the Creeper edition of the film, and that one I've seen. So watch the Italian version. That's the best one. This is one of the best movies with child actors in it. Or I don't know if she's a child, but she's really young, Jennifer Connelly. She's doing an amazing job in this film, and the soundtrack on this film, actually, I think it beats the movie you showed, Anthony. You have Motorhead here, you have Iron Maiden, and also I think this is the best Goblin score for a film ever, actually, when I think about it. And you get a lot of interviews on this one, but the best thing of the bonus features of Creepers or Phenomena is on 2 hours documentary about the film. It's really fun. And they go really deep into it. It almost reminds me a little bit about that Shining documentary, if you've seen that, because they're asking so many weird questions. What else is it to say? All the Arrow releases are the same. So if you you get the poster, you get the booklet inside here, and poster, and you get. I think it's reversible, isn't it, on this one? Yeah, it is. So you get also the original at least. Sorry, what do you say?
Well, she's holding the bugs on the other side.
Yeah, that's the one. And I also bought, I know this is probably cheating, but I bought the other releases also of this one. I highly recommend to check out Phenomena. And it's actually on my 4th place of best Argentos. But it's an amazing film, and it's the best sound score of every one of his films.
Right on. It's a great pick.
Oh yeah, man.
You went full Tony on that.
It's not cheating. You can buy as many as you want to.
That's right. You heard it there first.
It's normal. It's normal. It's not cheating.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, Craig, you up, buddy?
All right, so my number 2, this kind of goes along with the same era of Halloween H2O, late 90s horror, and this is just had to make my top 3, and it's Scream 2 from 1997. This also got a really nice looking Steelbook release. If anyone has that in the chat, if you want to show it, the Steelbook is beautiful. But I just have the standard slip right here. Scream 2, I would say, is almost as good as the original. Like, if the original's a 10 out of 10, this is like a 9.5 out of 10. This movie was so good. Most of the original cast comes back. Wes Craven, Kevin Williamson, Neve Campbell is really at the top of her game in this movie. They really amp up the violence and the gore, and the score from Marco Beltrami. The music in this is awesome. This movie is notorious for being rewritten like crazy because the ending leaked on the internet. I think a week into shooting or something like that, and they had to rewrite it like crazy. There's a lot of different drafts out there on who the killer was and everything. But Scream 2 just had to make my list. Ghostface and Scream, that's pretty much the franchise that got me into horror when I was a kid. So everything that I've love about horror, I owe to this franchise. And then March 10th, we're going to see Scream 6 in theater when Tommy comes down from Minnesota. So it'd be cool to see a Scream movie with Tommy. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Scream 2 in a while, I definitely recommend checking this one out again because it aged very well. And I think out of all the sequels for the Scream franchise, this might be the best one. So, Scream 2.
Hell yeah, Greg. That made my top 10.
One of the few.
I had to
think
grab-
That
Steelbook.
Steelbook.
Steelbook's
There
way
it is.
better in my opinion, and I don't.
That's
I
when
don't
I had to
like
grab the
Steelbook.
Steelbook and the slip for that one. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't make my mind up,
Thanks-
so I had to grab
Thanks
both
to
of them.
Tony, I ended up getting that Steelbook. So
Yeah, that's a great pick, man. All right,
Thank you.
Tony.
Okay, so for my number 2 pick is a classic action film starring Stallone, and that is First Blood.
oh yeah,
I got this really nice box set, which I never did unbox, but of course, Pops did a great unboxing of this. So if you'd like to see what's on the inside of this, definitely check out his video. But it does come with the Steelbook on the inside, which I bought the Steelbook separately also.
I love that Steelbook.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
really
man.
nice artwork. It's got some other good stuff inside of it that I don't even remember what's inside the box. But First Blood, you can't go wrong with that. It's a great film, great set. So this is my number 2.
Awesome set. There's coasters in there, right?
I don't know.
It's like I think Alan said there was coasters inside of it.
There's a whole
Is
lot
that
of
a
shit.
different set? That was the Maverick set.
Yeah, that's a different set.
Oh, yeah,
That's the Maverick set.
Yeah.
That's the Maverick set.
That Maverick.
I'm
set
not
was
quite sure
nice.
why we get coasters, but you know, we got them now. I'm proud of
You
them.
like, yeah, who's gonna put their wet drink on top of coasters?
Pops does the best
So-
unboxing videos, but you actually forgot on that set to show what's in the back of the disc.
What's
Back
in
of
the
Back of the
Yeah.
disc.
Yeah, on the backside where the disc are lying, there are 2 more thing underneath the disc.
Extra disc.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah, I did. I did.
I thought you were going a different place with that. Alan does the best unboxings because he always rips something or breaks something in the set trying to open it.
I haven't seen it before, so I don't know.
Yeah, if I ever
Yeah.
buy a box set and I want to know what's on the inside, I always watch Pop's videos because he actually opens his products.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Rips
got to
it-
open and see
rips
the
it open
inside.
like a wild animal.
That's why
I
if I'm doing
just started
it,
using these thumbs. These opposable thumbs just started working, so trying to figure them out. But
if I do a unboxing video or I'm kind of showing off what I got, I usually just link up Pop's unboxing videos to my channel if I don't want to open it. I'm like, you go check out Pop's video.
yeah, y'all watch what I just did. I actually went and borrowed my wife's. I did it real high tech. I went and borrowed my wife's spice rack like a lazy Susan, and I sat there with my finger trying to spin it around. You know, try to look all fancy to show off the figure I just did for that Rambo figure. If you'd have seen how much work I put into that, I know it looks cheesy as hell, but I get A for effort. So I can check that out if you can. I just uploaded that this morning.
Can you just imagine his poor wife? She comes home, there's spices knocked all over the place, and she just looks over and goes, yeah, and just goes on with the rest of her day. A lot of men I could have married.
Yeah, you know, we've been going 20 years. She's stuck now. So 21 years, actually. All right, Anthony, you're up, buddy.
All right. My first time watching this film from 1982, Dario Argento's Tenebrae.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful release from Synapse Films. Great label. Nice box set, like a nice Arrow box set. I'll do the old patented Pops knock on there. Very nice. You get a double-sided poster. You get the booklet, of course, which is extremely, nice thick booklet there.
In case you want to read about the movie you're watching.
Exactly. Well, while you're on the can, if you want to go ahead and read about it. Yeah. And then you get 3 discs. You get the Blu-ray, you get the unsane version, and of course you get your 4K disc right there, and it has reversible cover art. And this is a great mystery slasher film. If you're into movies like Scream and you're into movies like Urban Legend, all those 90s slashers, any slasher film really, like mystery slasher type films, this is just an Italian version of those films. So if you want to dip your toes into like giallos or Italian horror or anything like this was suggested to me. I loved it, so I'll suggest it to everyone else out there. It comes with a ton of special features right there. You get like 4 audio commentaries. You get, like I said, this Unsane edition, which is the American release, the U.S. release of the film, which had 10 minutes edited out of it for graphic content, like blood, gore, stuff like that. And I don't want to spoil anything in the movie, but there's definitely some scenes that have some very intense moments with a lot of blood, a lot of gore, and it's just an excellent film. I loved it. Goblin does the score for this film as well. Great score, very upbeat for a horror film. You know, usually you expect like that, you know, that slow build up, that like, you know, methodical music, you know, creeping in on you. This is a much more like fast paced score. It's kind of fun. So, you know, it's just great movie. Really enjoyed it. Loved the presentation. Great 4K scan. Sounds amazing. Tons of special features. So, yeah, go check out Dario Argento's Tenebrae if you haven't seen it.
We need Arrow and Synapse to do more collaborations because, man, when they get together,
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Arrow and Synapse probably have, in my opinion, two of the best transfers in the game. And then you're, you know, getting the two companies together. Just, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody does it like Don over at Synapse. So,
Yeah, he's a real fan. He's one of us. Like, he buys all the, he goes to Best Buy and buys all the same crap we buy. He's a real legit dude.
yeah.
They need to do opera.
That makes a
4K.
difference, man.
That'd be cool.
If you listen to their podcast, he shared, like Jerry, the co-owner or whatever, he shares a story on how he came to his house like 3 a.m. and he was talking about a restoration, like, and there was like half a second of the movie was messed up, and he went back and like redid it all just because he's that much of a perfectionist. But you know, it might take a while for them to put titles out like Synapse, but when they do, you know, it's going to be top of the line. You won't have to worry about recalls or fucking.
Yeah, it's two guys and a lawyer, the whole company. So it takes a little while to get some shit done, but when it works, it works.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah, it's
company.
definitely quality over quantity, which you got to appreciate with all these damn, you know, issues we have from the bigger companies. I mean, it's a refreshing change.
And I saw
Which
Lepke
company? Which company you're referring to, Alan?
Everybody but
what's
Scream
yours?
Fighter. Everybody but Scream Fighter. Scream Fighter and Synapse are the two perfect companies.
Yeah, Lepke, you got to see Tenebrae. Tenebrae is a gem, man. It's good.
I will just say I think Blue Underground is also Blue Underground and Synapse are the absolute best when it comes to restoring stuff.
Transfers, yeah. Blue Underground pisses me off because they've yet to do anything new in like over a year and a half or 2 years
Language. They're
I'm new to
damn
them, so
it,
I don't
come
care. I
They're
haven't seen
doing they got a new pervert movie coming out or something. But they haven't done anything good or new and good. They've done some good, but it's all been re-releases. They haven't got new titles in a while.
But like he said, like Gizmo said, great transfers on their stuff though. Uncle Sam looked great.
All right, Brad, you're up, buddy.
Well, my number 2, I would argue, is just as good. I think Synapse and this company have the best transfers by far. I think they're alone at the top, and the rest are all very good. But this is the best. I bought the limited edition. I don't like Steelbooks, but I hate digipacks. I can't stand them. So this had a big limited edition set, and the standard edition came out. I sold the limited edition off for whatever, double or triple what I paid, and then I bought the standard edition, and that's Second Sight's The Witch 4K. To me, man, this could have easily been number 1. This is an incredible release. Second Sight is unlike most companies. This company, you're in it for the disc a lot of times. People want to know what they did with the transfer, how it came out, you know, all the restoration. So, yes, they have solid packaging as well, Arrow style packaging. But when it comes to Second Sight, you know, we all want to know what they did with the scan, the transfer, and this is in my opinion, the best one I've seen. Maybe their best work. So, I don't claim to be one of these AV dorks. I don't really, you know, all the finite details. All I know is what I see, and this looks incredible and it sounds incredible. Standard edition has the exact same disc as the limited edition. Same features on the disc as well. There's a small making of featurette, kind of a making of featurette. But there's full individual interviews about the movie on set with each separate cast member, which is nice, really informative stuff. The cast members all discuss in detail what they went through on set, what they think of the movie, and what an asshole the goat, Black Phillip, was. I mean, there's no such thing as a trained goat. The goat just does whatever you want. You just film it, basically. It's going to do whatever it's going to do. You get the full interview with Robert Eggers, He goes into detail about the production, getting the movie made, his background research, all that stuff, where he's from. Anything you want to know about this movie, it's explained in this movie. I don't like the Robert Eggers. He kind of talks down to them about the movie. He's like, I didn't even think it was that good. He's all about his newer stuff, but whatever. He doesn't know what he's talking about apparently, because this is a great movie, great transfer, and I think it's got to be probably the best folk horror movie ever made. Folk horror is not for everybody, but this crosses that line into even mainstream horror. So definitely haven't seen this one. Check it out. The regular Blu-ray, it can be had for $4, 4K, about the same thing. But this, I would really spring for the extra money and get the second sight release. That's my number 2.
Man, I have seen that movie once before. I rewatched it this year. I got the second sight, the same one you got there. I kept the deluxe one. But yeah, watching that movie, man, really paying attention to subtitles. You gotta have the subtitles on for that movie.
Yeah.
That damn goat, man. There was some creepy ass scenes of that movie. I'm a big fan of it now. So big fan of it.
I bought that limited edition set. I still haven't even watched it yet, the movie at all.
Yeah, man, it's a great release, man. I really enjoyed it.
It's definitely a real
those special features, man. Those interviews, you do learn a lot about the movie. The things loaded.
I think Craig might get 10 minutes in that movie before he turned it off or fell asleep.
See, I didn't like Lighthouse, so I was like, after seeing Lighthouse, I don't know. I'll give it a shot.
Much more grounded. It's not artsy or
yeah.
weird or anything like that. Much more grounded.
I'll give it a shot once I unbox everything.
All right, Bob, what you got for your number 2, man?
All right, I'm gonna go with this big old box set. Nobody's pulled it yet, probably because it's gonna be everybody's number 1, which probably would be as well. But I feel like I'm gonna be the first to show it tonight. So we got the Drive box set. This is just beautiful. I mean, it's incredible. Great special features. I've yet to watch this transfer yet. I love this movie. It's in my top 10 favorite films of all time. If you get a booklet here, or not.
Did you read all the books yet?
No, I didn't read any of the books. I mean, you just get
fucking 4 books in there or some shit,
Yeah. So here's your digipack, kind of basically. Yeah, you're gonna get art cards right here, 6 of them or some shit like that. And then you get a hardback and a paperback here. So a lot of stuff. Yeah. I mean, I think one of them's like a novelization or something like that. I don't know. And then the hardback, let's see, comes with pictures if you're into that. If you as a kid, you didn't like to read, but you liked the pictures. So
that's more my speed, the picture book.
Yeah, there you go. So that's your Drive box set. I've heard the transfer looks great. I can't wait to rewatch it. Just haven't gotten around to it, but yeah, it's a gorgeous set, and that could easily be the best release of the year.
Hell yeah,
yeah, man, that's a strong pull, man, for sure. All right, I will show my number 2 here, and if you're looking at my shirt here, it's kind of a spoiler, but that is going to be the Scarface release from the Film Vault, and this is a new series they put out. I did grab all 4 of these. But this one was really my favorite of the 4 they released. But this here, man, is an absolute beautiful set. That's everything you get on the inside there. I love this movie. It's a Brian De Palma classic. This particular release here was released late in the year. This was released on December the 12th. I will just kind of show you the inside of it. I mean, this artwork, man, is such a beautiful set, man. And it's got that a side loading clasp, which kind of like the Roadhouse set. And here's a shot of the inside of it. And here you get all kind of cool stuff. You get some great pictures. You get an actual. I'll just show you guys this real fast. It's really neat. You actually get Tony Montana's green card, which I thought was a pretty cool touch. It feels like an official green card. I guess I've never seen the green card. But you get really good pictures from the cast, with the like famous sayings on the back, and you get a lot of these here, a lot of these nice, cards, whatever you want to call them. And this is what the inside looks like. And this thing on the top here, I'll just pull this out here. Show that. It's just like this is glass or crystal, whatever you want to call it. And it says the number there's 3,000 copies of this. This is number 485 of 3,000. So that's really cool. Very unique.
Beautiful.
And then this is what you get on the inside. This is what houses the movies. So that comes out there. And I mean, this thing here is just done very well. And I'll show you what the inside looks like. It opens like that. And then that's the entire thing. So, I mean, this thing is absolutely beautiful. I was on the fence whether I was going to buy these or not. These were not cheap. These sets are like $69 a piece. But I was a fan of all 4 of the movies they released, and I have no regrets at all. I'm really glad I grabbed these. They really, really look good. And they came out with some bangers, man. These first 4, you got Scarface, Goodfellas, 1917, and Blade Runner. So I do hope that they continue with the next releases with these big banger films. But yeah, Scarface is definitely my favorite out of the 4. I am a huge fan of Goodfellas. I was going back and forth between pulling this one and Goodfellas, but I think the extras you get with this one here and the artwork was just a little bit better. Basically, what I did when I was trying to decide what I was going to pull with these top 3, I was going for how much I like the movie, how good the movie looks, the special features, and the packaging. And the packaging on this one here was just second to none. So, yeah, if you guys are on the fence, but I'm telling you, they did a friggin' great job with this. So, big fan of it.
And they had to go numbering the spines, man.
Hey,
They knew what they were doing with those numbered spines.
Yeah, there's three more right next to that one, I'm sure.
Number 4. Tony, did you get them yet? Or no, he's still no.
No.
I'm still on the fence, man. I know 3 of them are still on Zavi. I think the other one's gone.
Yeah. I almost didn't grab them. I went back and forth, and I watched some unboxing videos, and I was like, shit, I got to grab these. So I went ahead and did it.
The rating logos just drive me crazy, though.
Same here,
too, man. I hate it. But it's a legal issue. They have to do it.
The Goodfellas one is really nice, too.
Yeah, it really is. So we will go through a little bit of the chat here. We have 56 people. We got up to 60. That is a record for my channel. I know we got some big bangers in here joining us, but yeah, got up to 60 people. I've never been on a stream that big, but it's been on my channel anyway. What's going on, Huck?
Hey, Huck.
Hey, guys. Great seeing so many great faces, and I appreciate you being here, buddy. David Wayne, the computer of war games speaking. Mel says physical media is taking a break in January, though. Yeah, it always kind of slows down a little bit in January, but I'm sure we're going to have a big year.
Vinegar Syndrome has a new sale coming, the subscriber month, whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
New titles, New Year's Day, I believe.
I'll be honest with you. I welcome slow months sometimes because it gives me an opportunity to catch up, cool down my wallet. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Go ahead, take a week off. Like, don't release anything. I'm okay with it. Let me catch up.
I'm with you on that 100%. I need a slow month. But that being said, I always find some shit to buy.
Yeah, I'll take a slow month. I don't care. I mean, slow year. I need to catch up, watch some of the movies I blind bought.
Yeah.
It's a disease.
Hey, I got a bad case of it.
Bankruptcy is the only cure.
I got 4 copies of Terrifier 2. I got a real problem.
I have 2 copies. I got the double pack. They released overseas on the
Umbrella. That's the 4th one I got coming once it comes in February or so. You get an Art the Clown toy. Come on.
Nice.
But the slip box is really nice if you guys have seen that Terrifier 2 box set from Umbrella. And they're selling a $55 version of it that doesn't come with like a toy and art card. So if you guys are interested.
Right.
Yeah, I've been wanting to grab.
Alice said Tony's movie room is glorious. Yeah, it is. That's life goals. Life goals. Tim Talks Talk. He said Roadhouse. I clicked buy on that sucker so damn fast. Seeing a throat rip in 4K gave me a happy moment. Yeah, man, that's such a cool damn movie, man. And like I said, I'm old enough to say I actually seen that in theaters. I'm pretty sure my man Tony seen it in theaters as well. You know, I think I've probably seen that movie 3 or 4 times in theaters. It's just so.
Tony saw it with his wife in theaters.
I did in Alabama.
Yeah, my wife is younger than me. My wife probably wasn't old enough to get in. when I went and seen it. So my wife's 6 years younger than me, so I'm sure she wasn't old enough when I went and seen it. I didn't know her anyway. So anyway, that being said, Hook says, "Hey Mika Mel, hard copy blues. That's a beautiful release of Roadhouse. Good pick, Tony."
Thanks.
That shows how far behind we are in the stream here, or in the chat. All right, just gonna go through this real quick.
Pops, I'm with you. I'm always like, before I even start the stream, sometimes you'll start with like 70 comments. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it happens over on my channel too. We got like 500 people in the chat. So
Yeah.
between all the super chats and all that stuff, and chicks give me their numbers and stuff, it gets annoying.
Lucky guy, that hasn't happened to me. What about you, Pops? You get women's numbers on your
All
screen?
the time, man. Benicio the Horror Cholo. I absolutely love his YouTube name. Return of the Living Dead on my top 10 horror movies of all times. Yeah, mine too, man. Folks, what's going on, man? Second Sight's 4K will have the damn song. Hook saying hello. All right, look, he says, mine and Bob's number one release of the year is A Walk to Remember. Joking, but not really.
Not really.
Damn it. Getting all those shout selects, man. Sometimes those come across as like, God damn it, I got to get it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, Roadhouse, Wild Things, great releases as well. I can see that Bob's list for sure. Kenny Lee, 1981. Send more paramedics.
Yeah, send more cops.
Yeah, I mean they did such a perfect mix of horror and comedy on that movie. I mean, for me, it's my favorite horror comedy by a mile. All right, I'll tell you my top four. Says Benicio, Evil Dead 3, Reanimator 2, and Beyond One the Thing. All right, Benicio Skullcrusher says I love Steelbooks.
Well,
Benicio says it's a masterpiece. Mama Blu-ray says hey to Hook. I appreciate all these chats, guys. This is pretty crazy. Well, there's Tony. I hope Sue is feeling better. Yeah, me too.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Tony. She has some of her color back. Good to hear. All right. Damn, son, pulling no punches on the Steelbook community. The Karate Kid was a nice set. Wish I could have grabbed that one. Yeah, man, that was on my short list of. Oh, I don't know if it is or not.
It was sitting at Best Buy for like the longest time. Every time I'd go in there, I'd see it on the shelf, but I never pulled the trigger on it. But it is a beautiful looking set. I like it a lot. But yeah. I don't know if it's completely, sold out everywhere.
All right. So 4K Media guys says, yes, now we wait for Scream 3, hopefully in 2023.
I hope
Tim Curry auditioned for the voice for the Joker in the animated Batman series. That'd have been great. Tim Curry's great, whatever he does.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, Dale? Allie says, I'm so jealous of everyone that has received their copy of Terrifier 2. I pre-ordered mine from Amazon back in October, and it hasn't even been shipped yet.
Wow, really? I just got mine in today.
I got mine.
Ordered multiple copies, and all
mine
of
came.
canceled.
Yeah, mine came in today.
Yeah.
All right. I think referring to Ken there. I seen Ken join the chat earlier. What's going on, Ken? All right, Dell on movies. Pops, I have that same shirt. Love it.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Scarface.
Damn gives them gonna make me spend more Argento money. Hey, y'all, this is gonna be a kind of stream, man. Some of these great releases. You ain't got them, man. All right, Ken says Scream 2 is greater than Scream. I like both of them the same. I ain't really say which one I like better. Probably the original, but I love Scream 2 as well. I love that red slipper Scream 2. I ended up grabbing the Steelbook. Part 2 is one of my favorites in the franchise. Yeah, that Scream 2 slipcover, that's kind of like two blow-up dolls. But other than that, it's a good looking slipcover.
I honestly hope that Nev Campbell makes some kind of cameo in Scream 6, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know. What the hell else is she doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they fought over money or what it is, but I have a feeling somehow she'll be involved.
I think she'll be in it. I think she'll be at the very end of the third act.
Even
and I
just
think
having
it'll
her
be a
in.
cliffhanger to the 7th film.
Yep.
If you include her, then you could make her a part of, work out the budget or whatever for Scream 7. But if you don't include her, it's like, do you really go back and have her in 7? So even if it's just for a scene, I mean, like you said at the end.
Yeah.
They had to reshoot a lot of the movie just because she wasn't in it.
Yeah.
All right. Mel says, I much prefer this artwork of Tenebrae to the limited one.
Yeah,
I
I think
love that.
Tenebrae got the same thing with Arrow. Arrow had 3 releases, or the Synapse. I mean, it's just a bunch
Synapse
of
got a new one coming in like February, or is it a standard 4K?
March 14th, a standard edition of Phenomena.
Some nice artwork on that, though.
Yeah.
If it was limited, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Lipke says, I hadn't seen much Giallo. I personally am really new to the Giallo stuff. I've seen quite a few, and I'm a fan of it. I got a bunch of there I still need to watch. But I am enjoying what I've seen, though.
There's 784 Giallo titles registered, so you have a bunch to see.
I got a lot to see. All right. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and just jump on to the end here. Ken says, The Witch still remains the best horror film of the 21st century. Yeah, I slept on that movie, man. I tell you what, that friggin' goat. There's a couple scenes with that goat. It's so simply done, but it's so friggin' creepy, man.
Turn its head or something, and it's just like, he looks like he's
they did a great job with it.
And it's crazy.
I don't want to spoil it, but the scene with the crow there at the end, and the actress. Watch the interview after you watch the movie. Watch the actress talk about the making of that scene. It just say she had a hard time with it.
Yeah,
so you know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. If you hadn't seen it. All right. Yeah, I've not seen Pearl yet either, though. I tell you what, X, man, I got that that X German digibook, whatever you want to call it, and that X 4K just about made my top 3, but not quite, man. That German media book, I guess you would call it, for X and 4K, it's a great release. I was a big fan of X. I did like Pearl. Really looking forward to Maxine coming out. So I'm a big fan of all those. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody in the chat out there. So
do you guys actually see Samara Weaving being the opening kill potentially?
Yeah, I could see that in true Scream style.
They usually have a big name in the beginning.
And they ended up getting her on, it seemed like, last second. So maybe they were like, hey, you know what? Let's just write her in for an opening kill.
She's great, too. I'm glad she's doing more stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of a waste of that actress, though, I'll be honest, because I think she's a really good actor, especially in horror and everything. So I think it's kind of a waste to just kill her off like that. But I could see it because she is, like you said, a big enough name. So
who knows what they do, though, because in Scream 5, they didn't end up killing anybody off in the opening kill. She survives, so
true. Yeah.
Who knows what the hell they do? But I'm just happy that Kirby's back. I love Hayden Panettiere and Scream 4 was perfection.
We're talking way too much about Scream. Craig is, I don't know what's going on, because Craig's like the biggest Scream freak ever. And he's like, he must be medicated because he's not jumping in at all.
Well, he's got a pillow behind his head. He's just chilling.
Yeah, he's ready to go to bed. Yeah.
The Reese cups and the drugs are kicking in.
Straight. Wrestling tournament, 2 days. I barely got any sleep.
Did you check out Katie Bates' wallpaper?
the Kathy Bates.
That's the actual
misery behind your head.
That's the actual set where Misery was filmed. That one thing was turned the wrong direction. You need to fix that.
All right,
we're gonna go on with our
Catherine Hernandez in the chat. Just subscribe. I appreciate it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, guys. Y'all make sure you subscribe to everybody. I'm sure I'll say that again, but and I haven't linked everybody down below all their links. But as soon as I get done with this stream, I'll make sure I get everybody down there. So I think I have pretty much everybody, but maybe Bob and Anthony. But I'll be sure to add you guys to the description below as soon as we're done. Real fast before we move on, I just want to show these off real fast. Mid-Level Media. I'm sorry, Side Hustle Cinema. Excuse me. Side Hustle Cinema was nice enough to send me these 2 slipcovers. You know, he makes custom slips, and he was nice enough to kind of send these to me kind of as a Christmas gift. Of course, this is the slipcover to the black and white version of The Mist.
That's awesome.
And I'll tell you, he did a freaking great job on these, man. If you've never checked out his custom made slips, you need to get up with him. If you got anything you want, he can do pretty much anything. And I really appreciate him sending me these. Of course, you know, this one here never came with a slip. The 4K from
the Screen Factory.
So the Side Hustle, I really appreciate these if you're watching, man, or if you watch later. So and I do got a few others I'm gonna get from him. But that was real nice of him to do that. Just want to give him a shout out for that.
Yeah, he couldn't make it. He was going to be on here, but he couldn't make it because of work.
Yeah.
That Mist slip, gorgeous, man. I love that Mist one.
Yeah, man. I love that friggin' movie, man.
Yeah.
And he did a great job with that, and I love that artwork. You know, he can do pretty much any artwork you want. You can send him an image, or he can come up with something on his own. He does a great job with them.
You know, I bet you Second Sight would do a killer release for The Mist.
Oh, wouldn't that be good?
Oh, yeah.
I think they would kill that release. I really do. I can't wait for The Hitcher from the Second Sight coming out.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That's probably my most
Absolutely.
anticipated release.
Yeah.
And I hope they come out with the box set like Dawn of the Dead or Drive
It's
for
going to be
Hitcher.
a big set. They've been working on it forever. TCM getting the Second Sight release. The original.
That and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I hope they just big old beefy box.
Yeah.
16 books inside of there.
Absolutely.
My dumbass paid $80 for that freaking Mist slipcover, the like French one or whatever.
Oh no!
It took forever to find that thing, and I finally found it like one day on eBay, and I think I paid like $80 for the slip. It's cool looking. It's lenticular and everything, but yeah, it's just one of those buys. I just ask myself why.
I have had a few of those.
Cardboard is so valuable.
There's been a few of those that I've kind of said the same thing about.
That's Tony's favorite release.
Tony said, "You know what? Good night, everybody."
Is that your number one, Pops? I
Maybe
did
I'll
that.
put it in my number one.
I did that shit on eBay as well. I bought that Django box set that Zavi put out, the collector's edition. And Zavi's weird because it won't show up on their website sometimes, and you'll check again like a week or two later, and it's back up on there. And so I bought something on eBay for $160, and then like a week later, it was back on Zavi's website, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I hate that because Zavi, they just take it off of there, and then it's back up a week later. It's weird. Their system's weird. I don't know.
Life of a media collector.
Yeah, the plight. You know, you talk to a normal person, they're like, "What? Who cares? Just stream it."
Yeah.
And then you keep it sealed too, right, Tony? Half the time.
Right. Well, all the Steelbooks could open.
Okay. Yeah. But like a box set, you might keep it sealed.
Yeah, and I don't hardly buy any box sets from Zavi, other than this Rambo First Blood.
It's a nice one, man.
Yeah.
So nice.
All right, guys, we're going to start with our number one picks. So I'm kind of excited to see what you pulled there, Tommy.
All right, well, yeah, so here we go. Kicking off the number ones. I'm excited to see everybody's picks. But so I don't need to give this a big introduction. We've already talked about it. I'm sure we're going to talk about it more. But hands down, Roadhouse, absolutely the best release of the year. I think when I began to think about putting my list together, before I even looked at anything, the first thing I said is, "Oh yeah, Roadhouse is going to be number one." But as you know, I still had to go through everything, and every time I saw something, something else, like, "Oh, that was a cool one. That was a cool one." It's still I couldn't come across anything that I loved more than this. So, I mean, I'm not going to talk a lot about it, but it's one of my favorite movies. It's a movie that I can watch 100 times in a row, never gets boring, never gets old. And there's nothing negative I can say about this release. Beautiful artwork inside and out. I'm sure everybody has seen this 100 times in videos, but there's nothing I don't like about this release. And again, like everyone else said, it was such a shocking announcement. Like, did not imagine that we were going to get Roadhouse on 4K, let alone through Vinegar Syndrome. And they absolutely killed it with this. So beautiful. I cannot wait to see it on 4K when I get another 4K TV. For those who may not know, my 3-year-old threw something on my TV a couple months ago and it destroyed it. But so I have all these new 4K titles that have come out since that I haven't been able to watch. And it's driving me crazy, but I will very soon. But anyways, yes, beautiful set. How can I not make this my number one? It's just gorgeous in so many ways. Had to be number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that thing is awesome.
Looks even better in person.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, Gizmo. What you got for your number one, man? All the way from
Yeah.
all the way.
I picked this film because I actually forgot it was from this year, but I saw a YouTube video today that really bugged me, and it was Highlander that somebody put out like a review of, 4K review of, and I saw that film, like the 4K edition of that film in cinema here in Tønsberg some months ago. And that's one of the worst transfers ever done on film if you really look at what transfers are supposed to do. Because they have used many mixed kind of bits and pieces from different film rolls on that one. And I believe also they have gone into some VHS shit on that one because it looks terrible. But then I started thinking of what old film has I bought this year that had an amazing transfer. And I know some of you don't like this film, but it's Thriller.
Yeah.
And the thing with Thriller, I will say it in the original language, Thriller, en grym film is the original title for that film. And the color One Eye is the American title, and that's the shorter version where they cut out a little bit of the porn sequences. I think they do cut out every hardcore sequence. And also the eye sequence in the film where they supposedly have used a real dead body. But what I love about the film is that it came out actually the same year as Last House on the Left, but its official release was the year after. And for me, I think Thriller is the beginning of rape revenge because it's the most purest rape revenge film that ever was created, and it's from Sweden. And Sweden was the one that created kind of the storyline for a rape revenge film with the Virgin Spring from Ingmar Bergman. But of course, he would never call a movie a rape revenge film. But that's where everything came from. And with Thriller, I think it's the most purest rape revenge movie ever made. And it has some really cool music. And I think one of the most funny things with the film is that the director Bo Vinelius or something like that, it seems like in many ways forever now he have hated the film. He never want to talk about it. He never at festivals. I've seen this Thriller. I've seen it at 3 festivals on cinema screening, 2 times on 16 millimeter or progress it over to 35 millimeter. And I've seen it on Blu-ray also on cinema, and of course I've seen this released, and it never looked better. It looks better actually on this release than I've seen on the original print of the film, and that's fucking crazy. And the extra feature on this one is also insane. The best thing with extra feature that I recommend everybody to see, you can see it before you see the film actually. It's the documentary that lasts for like, I think it's 1 hour or something. Christina Lindberg herself has co-produced that one. And she talked a lot about that documentary when I met her at the festival in Finland some years ago. And it was made in 2017, I believe. But it's a movie that influenced a lot of American films in the terror genre, Wes Craven, Italian, kind of the Last House on the Left, and the house, what's the name? The House on the Edge of the Park. And also I Spit on Your Grave, of course.
Tarantino.
What?
Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantino, of course. And I'm happy that Tarantino brought this movie to the table because if you see Kill Bill and you see Thriller, you can see that it's not a copy out of Thriller, but he have taken a lot of those best things with Thriller and just pushed it up a bit and done it even better. But it's it's an amazing release what Winger Syndrome did with this package, and I would never have believed that somebody was going to release Thriller, at least in the States. I thought this was coming from Germany or something like that before. So I was so happy when I saw this released. I saw this film first time when I was 10 years old. So it was one of the first kind of illegal films that I saw.
This explains a lot.
Of course, but it's fun because in Norway we didn't even know that there was a version without the porn sequences. But I think you must see the film with the porn sequences to get the full impact of the film, because you got to remember when it was released, that has never been done before, and all of that. And I also think that Thriller is part of the five. I never remember all those fives, but you have Cannibal Holocaust, you have Zombie Flesh Eaters, I Spit on Your Grave. There's one I'm missing here. That has like extreme stuff happening during the filming of the production, but also they did marketing stuff afterwards that are both great but still kind of edgy when it comes to the law. So watch Thriller. Even if you hate it, you have to see that film. That's just something.
Yeah, I was actually a big fan of that film, and I watched it. First time I seen it was whenever they released it. What was the other company that released it first? Was it Severin? Synapse. And I watched that. Then I watched the 4K. The 4K looks great, except for you got that one pubic hair at the bottom of the screen for a little while. That's a little disturbing. But those sex scenes are so weird and so misplaced. But yeah, I do agree. You need to watch the full version to get the full effect. But the only thing about the movie I would complain about are those slow motion scenes. I think the movie's like an hour and 45-minute runtime. You take out those slow motion scenes, you're looking at an hour and 25 minutes tops. The slow motion scenes are rough, but other than that, I love the movie. I've seen it 3 times.
The whole look, her whole look it's an icon. It's iconic.
Yeah,
and it's a very important movie. It inspired so many people, and they come from Sweden. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a great release. Good take, man.
Hell of a release.
All right, so my number one was one that as soon as it was announced, I was just counting down the days for this. This got announced back at the end of summer for a November release, and me and Tommy, like when we talk about like our most wanted 4K titles, like this was always at the top of my list, and that is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on 4K. Now the big draw for this is the bonus disc that it's a bonus Blu-ray of over 45 minutes of deleted scenes. Now, originally when John Hughes made this movie, the original cut was like 4 hours. There was so much that they put in this movie, but obviously for the studio made him cut it down to 90 minutes. And even as a 90-minute movie, the movie's still great. But a lot of these cut scenes add more context to the movie once you watch the cut scenes. Like if you remember the part where Dell and Neil get robbed in the motel by that random kid, you see in the deleted scenes that kid is actually the pizza boy, and the reason he robbed them is because Dell only tipped him $1, so he breaks back in later and robs all their money. The reason that what's her name, Mrs. Page, at the end of the movie, she's crying when she sees Neil, because in the deleted scenes she thinks that Dell is actually a girl that Neil's cheating on her with. So that gives more context to why she's so upset, but like relieved at the same time. But yeah, the deleted scenes, I mean, it's just so cool to see like these were dug out of the archives of Paramount and finally put on film. They didn't really restore them to like Blu-ray quality, but it's still cool to see, the lost footage that everyone was, begging to see. But yeah, obviously a yearly watch for me around Thanksgiving time. I think this is John Candy and Steve Martin's best movie, as well as John Hughes too. So yeah, it came out in 1987 from Paramount Pictures, and if you haven't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, you got to check this movie out. I mean, I was late to the game with this one. I didn't see this until I was in my mid-20s, but as soon as I watched it, I was hooked, and I've been watching it ever since. So this really had to make my number one spot, especially for the deleted footage. So if you haven't checked this out, check this out and watch the special features. So this is my number one, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Great pick, man. We don't get many.
Awesome pick, man.
We don't get many Thanksgiving. And I mean, or as a Thanksgiving. holiday film, But didn't you say though that the 4K scan kind of sucks?
Yeah, I didn't mention that with like Scream 2 and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So like both of them are Paramount releases, and both of those transfers, I mean, some people might disagree with me, but like Scream 2 especially looks like they took the film and they whitewashed it. It has like this white glow to it. It's so strange. And when you pop the Blu-ray in, the Blu-ray looks really sharp. And then you put the 4K in, it's like whitewashed. It's so weird. And I think the transfer on the Blu-ray for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a lot better as well. This could be up to, someone's personal preference, but I think the Blu-ray transfers of both of those movies look a lot better than the 4K. But you have to pop the discs in to see it. Unless I don't have my TV calibrated right, but I'm like, I had to take both discs out and keep swapping. I'm like, wait a minute, why does the 4K look worse than the Blu-ray? But
I like the 4K transfer of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I don't know. I heard a lot of people speak poorly about it, but I'm not a transfer Nazi anyways, but I enjoyed the transfer of it. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I just prefer the Blu-ray transfers, but that's just me.
Normally, when the transfer, I don't know the word for it, what you said, but it's the reason is because when you make a cinema cut or a cinema grade of a film or a Blu-ray grade, you normally push the light a little bit up on the Blu-ray because that's to see on screen on a TV. But on the cinema roll or everything, that's the raw look of the film. And I believe that when they put it on disc, many often they don't use money on it, so they just put out, like they just take every color and they push it out, so everything look kind of flat in a way, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I've seen it on some discs at least.
Are you a fan of 4K, Gizmo?
I love 4K. I haven't seen those films on 4K yet, though.
Yeah,
I haven't watched Scream 2 on 4K yet, though, so I don't know if anybody else did. Brad?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I absolutely love that movie, man. It's fantastic. I actually did watch that on Thanksgiving this year, but I got the 4K a little bit after Thanksgiving, so I haven't watched the 4K release yet. I kind of did the Cardinal Sin. I watched it on Vudu, my copy of it on Thanksgiving morning.
Oh my god!
So, we were actually out of town. We were out of town. What was supposed to do?
Get him, Brad. Get him.
I don't like watching Planes, Trains anymore because it reminds me of my relationship with Craig too much. So I already it's enough,
So, all right, I'm not going to touch that. We're going to move on to Tony here.
So my number one pick for this 2022 is the Ghostbusters box set. The reason why I love this so much is just that they actually did something different with the release. They gave it some special packaging. They gave us slip covers for the 4Ks. We don't hardly ever get any kind of really nice effects with the packaging as I tear this up. But I love the Ghostbuster films. All three of these films are great.
There's 4 films there, Tony. There's 4.
There's
the
3.
2016's in there. You get the digital code for the 2016 in there.
And we get this nice thick booklet. But yeah, this right here's mine. It lights up on the inside. But I really wish that the studios would do more special things like this. I know this one sold out pretty quickly. But that's my number one for the 2022.
Yeah, when I saw that light up, I was like, "Holy shit, that's nice!"
Yeah.
You want to have a laughing fit? Watch Alan's unboxing of that, where he tries to get the light to work. Boy,
yeah,
I'm telling you, that's comedy gold.
Yeah. If you want to watch the wrong way to open that box up, the way not to do it is definitely watch mine, because I opened that thing up and I had no clue what I was doing. That's a pure example of you need to do some research before you go on camera, is what that is. Because I opened that thing up and I think it was Brad that told me to make sure I check my batteries, and so I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I need to have batteries to this damn thing. I can't get the green light to come on. Yeah. Anyway, It's out there if you guys want to watch it. It's a mess.
I did that shit too with the Puppet Master box set, Pops. That
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
if you
get
were having
the
the time
movie.
with that thing, them things wouldn't come in. And that matter of fact, I was on the fence of buying that set until I seen you do that, and I said I'm going to hold off for a little bit. I'm going to hold off just for a little bit on that one.
You know what it was? They ended up, so they released it a couple years ago, that set, and they had one less Blu-ray, and they added an additional Blu-ray case in there, but haven't made it bigger. So it's just,
Is that what it
that's
was?
why, Tony, you said you got it, but you didn't have that issue, right? But-
Yeah, I may not have as many discs as y'all have.
Exactly. They added a disc, like a case, and they didn't make it bigger. So it just gets stuck in there.
Just get a wood chisel and just chisel
That's
out.
what I
the
was
top.
basically doing. I jammed two pieces in there. I leveraged it, and I pulled it out like that. Everybody's like, take off the shrink wrap around it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is a cool looking set though. So I'm gonna grab it one day. All right, Anthony, you're up, buddy.
All right. Part man, part machine, all cop.
Yep.
RoboCop. Paul Verhoeven's RoboCop.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just like Gizmo, Pops, Brad, you know, we all love Paul Verhoeven. It's a classic film, probably his best, you know, I would say. Gizmo would say it's Showgirls. But yeah, I love this film. It's a beautiful release. Arrow Video put this out. You know, I went ahead and put my Steelbook in there as well. Set right here in Detroit. You know, I live in Michigan, so that also adds to the love for the film. You get a nice double-sided poster with this. You get a very thick booklet with this release. You know, you get tons. I mean, you get a director's cut of the film, which is way gorier, bloodier. You know, you get 3 audio commentaries, which I love audio commentaries, so that's a big deal for me. 4K HDR, Dolby Atmos, and DTS HD Master Audio, which is nice mix. You get a 2012 Q&A with the filmmakers. That's about 42 minutes long, so that's really nice. You get character interviews, deleted scenes. I mean, it's just chocked full of special features. It's just chocked full of special features. And yeah, I mean, it's just a phenomenal movie. I mean, it's got a lot of social commentary in it, but it's not in your face at all. They don't try to shove anything down your throat, no messages down your throat or anything. Paul Verhoeven is a master at kind of interweaving social commentary into all of his films. But like I said, he does it very subtly, and it is put into the film in a very smart way. You know, it doesn't, like I said, it's not forced or anything like that. And it's just great. I mean, it's got tons, you know, it's got great action scenes, lots of gore, a great performance by Peter Weller, of course. Plus you got, you know, Red Foreman in there from that 70s show, Kurtwood Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the film. Just, I don't know. I can't really think of any negatives about it. I mean, it's funny, you know, action packed. You got everything you need. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any negatives about it at all. It's great. So
It's a good movie. It's not as good as RoboCop 3, but I mean, it's good.
So yeah, that's my number one definitely for this year. I think it's
man, that's a great release.
I made my top 5.
Those Arrow Steelbooks are some of the best.
Oh, they are. Yeah, they really are, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who said, somebody said, I agree. Like, I don't know who said it. You know, we didn't really have a good year with Arrow as far as releases go, but that one's definitely my favorite for the year from Arrow.
They started the year strong. I just feel like after like September, October, November, it wasn't outside of a couple like Wolf of Wall Street was pretty cool release, Robin Hood, but outside of that, man, they had a lot of lackluster releases for the most part.
Re-releases too, you know. Zavi bought Arrow and then fired a bunch of people. So this is kind of what happens.
Yeah, the hub.
Yeah.
Oh god. And their shipping is just god awful.
Oh, Zavi.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. It's Tony gave me some good advice. He said make sure you always go to the U.S. zombie site, not the. I'm sorry, the UK zombie site, not the U.S.
Exactly.
So that was a lesson I'm definitely going to take to heart, because as much as I do, the company does aggravate me. They do release some nice shit.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I can't
That's
say I'm not
what's
going to go back to them again.
That's how Best Buy is, man, with the exclusives. It's like they're like a necessary evil. I hate Best Buy now. They're garbage, but they get such nice some nice exclusives. I mean, all the
Those Rocky 4K steelbooks are
what's up?
going to be.
So let's keep it positive, Bob. We don't like to talk. We don't like to denigrate anybody over here.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we're
there
all
is some
positivity
ships
here.
at Best Buy.
Yeah.
I thought this was an excellent Steelbook release from.
Yeah.
This was the Best Buy exclusive for Child's Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish they took a little better care of their steel books over at Best Buy. That's all.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss, man. I've had some arrive just destroyed, and I've had others arrive like perfect. You know, they put it in the box, they put the bubble wrap on it, and then I've had other ones where it's just like nothing inside. You know, just
And the box just slapping around.
right.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I got my Scream steel book back in like I don't know when it was, but what was it? That March, April, May. It came in this massive box with nothing else in there, just a steel book. I was like,
Sliding around.
It's a huge
Yeah.
box. I was like, what the fuck?
My Angel Heart Steelbook that I got, you know, the Lionsgate exclusive Angel Heart Steelbook, the spine of it was literally ripped down the middle, so it was almost in two pieces.
Yeah.
I want
When
to
they
teach
open the
them a
box-
course on how to not spine slash their steel books.
Oh man, yeah.
You get a bunch of that.
Tony
Few
gets
of
those
those.
all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, those
Going
Rocky
to
4K
yeah.
steelbooks are going to be Best Buy exclusives, and I'm almost tempted to buy like 3 copies of each just to make sure I get a good one, and I'll take the other ones back. 'Cause I got to get those steelbooks, and
They limit it to 2 copies per item. They won't let
Okay.
you buy more than 2 now.
Well,
Looks
what
like-
if you just
looks
went back
like,
and placed another order? You can't do it?
I tried doing that before. It kept on after I ordered it and paid for it. It canceled the order immediately. I got an email that I wasn't charged.
So you don't think those will be in stock? You think those will be sold out before they reach the stores?
I don't know.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
It could be, but it's more Alan's just a monster Rocky fan. I wouldn't be surprised if him and Mrs. Movie Dungeon both order sets of them to have them delivered just in case.
Yeah, those are the top of my short list of what I want on 4K, and yeah, that's going to be a bald ass. So they will be pre-ordered as soon as they're available. And I think I checked like 2 hours ago, and they're still not available. I'll keep checking.
We're supposed to get slipcovers too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's true.
Goodness. Everybody okay?
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Does that windshield continue to break, Tommy? Is that what that was?
I was going to say, Tommy, did somebody hit your car?
Probably.
You just run into somebody.
Kind of sounded like a drive-by. Just
Well, stay here.
It was just the polar bears in Norway. Oh, they're outside.
Okay, is that what it was?
Investigate the claim or something. I'm just waiting.
All right, Brad. What you got for your number one, buddy?
Well, my number one, just like Tommy Starr, I knew this was number one, and then I just did figure out what number 2 and 3 was. It wasn't even close. I was really, really excited about this. I couldn't be happier with this release from Vinegar Syndrome, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. This is a
Very nice.
10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, or as Anthony would say, it's an A+,
Yep.
whatever. This is the best release of the year for me. Artwork, the scan, the features, the movie I love. Crazy good artwork on this thing. Vinegar Syndrome knocked it out of the park. The inside slip, which I actually like even better than the outside slip. You know, and of course you get the Breakfast Club. It's all embossed here. You know, it's a great release. The inside, you know, slip reversible. I won't go into too much detail on this because this thing is loaded with features, archival and new. Brand new scan transfer from Vinegar Syndrome looks great, sounds great. There's a really cool little documentary in there called Beneath the Battleland, which is Remembering the Lair, a brand new 2022 featurette with actors talking about the set, the big set underground and all that stuff and what it was like working there. There's a ton of little, I'll go through them briefly, the new 2022 stuff. The Beneath the Battleground featurette, Leatherface Revisited, which is an interview with Bill Johnson, the actor. Die Yuppie Scum, which is an interview with Barry Kenyon. Texas Bloodbath, which is an interview with one of the makeups effects artist, Barton Mixon. Remember the Alamo, 2022 Remember interview with Kirk Sisko. Serving Tom, which is an interview with Gabe Bartalos, who's a really good effects artist himself. Stretch Lives, which is an interview with Caroline Williams, who stars in it, and The Saul and Savini, which is a brand new interview with special effects artist Tom Savini, who oversaw all the effects in the movie and all the effects people underneath him. You don't have a lot from Tobe Hooper in this because he's dead, but all the commentaries, all the archival stuff is on this. This is the release to have this year, in my opinion, and it was pretty affordable. I think it was $40. So if you haven't got this, man, definitely pick it out. Short and sweet. This is for me, it was a winner. It was no question this is going to be number one.
It's interesting that that's the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre film we got in the U.S. on 4K.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
She'll pay for the extra for that slip box, but she won't do it for the Witch.
I bought the Witch. I bought the limited edition for the Witch because that was the only one it was available in, and then I sold it off and bought the standard edition. I'm not a big fan of all the fluff and that stuff. When am I ever going to look at those art cards? I'm not. Spoiler alert! It's a big surprise. I'm not a big reader. When am I going to read any of those books? The standard edition saves a lot of space, and you get all the same materials on the disc, which is what I care about. So I usually just wait for standard edition.
You're supposed to take out all those booklets from every single release that you have, and just put them in a big stack in the bathroom.
Yeah. Or I could use them to level a table or something, but they're definitely not going to get read.
Great pick, man. It's hoping that somebody would have that as their number one. That definitely made my top 10 for sure, but perfect, awesome pick, man.
Yeah, I mean that there, Amityville, Roadhouse. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome, man, they just freaking killed it this year.
Really,
I hope they keep it up next year. All right, Bob, what you got for your number one, man?
All right, I'm gonna go with this Jurassic Park 5 Steelbook collection. Yeah, Tim would be proud. I'm not going to open it right now. If you want to, go to Tim Talks Talkies. I know he did an unboxing of it, but yeah, there's the back. And you get all 6 Steelbooks. This sold out during pre-order, and then it actually came back in stock. So I got really lucky because I was about to pay for like over $200 on eBay, and then I ended up getting it for like $130 on Zavi. So I'm glad I waited. But yeah, I'm not like the biggest Jurassic World franchise, but I enjoy the first one, and I love Steelbooks, and I love those metal tins. They're just incredible, those metal boxes, steel boxes.
Yeah, that's a nice set, man. I grabbed the one that came with that dinosaur figure, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have. I wish I'd have grabbed that instead, but I decided just to stick with that one. But I got Mad Max and Rambo and that type of set. It's really nice.
I love the slips. I really love these slips with just the original like poster art. But the steelbooks are amazing too. But I really love these slips when they released them. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, great choice, Bob. Yeah.
All right, so my number one, probably in a huge surprise. Tony's already pulled it, but there's no doubt this was my number one release of the year. Now I did open mine, so I'll show it off here real quick. There's a one time around the box here, and this is all embossed. I mean, it just it's fantastic. There's a shot of the town there in the back, and the bottom here. This is number 514 of 1,000. You see on the bottom there. And I'll go ahead and open this real fast. You get the nice clip on the side with a knife on the side there.
Oh yeah.
And this is what you get when you open it up. I mean, just great imagery, great artwork. And this box is real nice, man. Just well made. And that's what you get on the inside. Again, this is all embossed. On the back, you get this little card here. I don't know. I guess I'm not a big collector of this stuff usually, but it just says the number again of which one you got. And on the inside here, you get really nice steelbook that Tony already showed off. But just artwork on this thing is just second to none. And inside here, you got just a slew of stuff. I won't go through all that, but you see, you get all kind of crap there. And you get some pretty interesting stuff. You guys seen the movie. You get a 15% off from the hardware store that's in the movie. You get a little mug shot. I actually have a T-shirt of this image here. You got Rambo's mug shot, and this is really cool. This thing's really heavy too. You got a Purple Heart, that Rambo won, and this is something from like a lodge, I guess, in the movie. But some little pin. And I'll go ahead and do it now, guys. But you told me I forgot about some disc on the bottom here. Well, I'm actually looking at this for the first time. You get this on the bottom, under the box. Really nice images from the movie. Damn, I love this movie. And you get a bigger image of that. So, this set here, man, it's limited to 1,000. I'm pretty sure it's sold out. I'm so glad I grabbed this. This is by far my favorite release of the year. And to give you an idea of the features on this thing, I got some new eyes for Christmas, by the way. Extras you get: Rambo Takes the 80s Part 1, Jarring First Blood, which is a making of. You get an alternate ending, outtakes, deleted scenes, original trailer. And the biggest thing for me on this here is you get an audio commentary by Sylvester Stallone, which I have not had a chance to check out yet, but I'm going to do that real soon. You get a documentary called Forging Heroes. I mean, it's just a great release, and by far my favorite of the year. It's top notch. And like I said, this is a Zombie exclusive. I'm not the biggest fan of Zombie. I've had a lot of problems with them. They kind of screwed me on my Poltergeist set. I could go on. They're kind of a crap company, but if they put out shit like this, unfortunately I'm gonna have to support them because I'm just such a big fan of this movie. But there was no doubt that was gonna be my number one.
Such a beautiful set.
So,
Yeah,
it really is, man.
Yeah, it really is, man. It really is. That's
They went. Trying to see if there's anything here I want to show, but I guess I'll just a bunch of posters and booklets and stuff. But
yeah, I'm ready to give up a kidney for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really glad I actually got this set from Zombie with very minimal problems. So I mean, they did keep saying that it was on back order, but I did finally get it. It just came a little bit late, but I did finally get it.
It took a long time for that to get released.
Yeah,
that would be my number one if I actually had it out. It's a incredible set.
Slacking.
I love Brian Dennehy's performance in that. Brian Dennehy is amazing. Yeah, he's incredible in that movie.
It's such a good movie, man. I love all the Rambo films, but this one here is by far still my favorite. I mean, I love them all, but I mean, I still have to say First Blood, the original, is still my favorite Rambo film.
Me too.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. Ken says, y'all pulling some real bougie shit right now, top of the line. Yeah, man. Nice set pops. I think you're talking about Scarface. I think that's a nice Scarface release. First time seeing that Scarface set pops, I just ordered that damn thing looks sexy. Yeah, man. All four of these look great. 3-digit Scarface. Watch It Loki, the best. One of my favorite movies. Love that Scarface set. It's worth the money. And Adrian says, I have not seen Scarface. Yeah, I mean, you need to see Scarface, man. I rewatched it again, recently, and I'm always enjoy it, but when it really hits for me, you guys have seen it, is that chainsaw scene. When they go to the hotel room, the chainsaw scene, after that, I'm locked in the rest of the movie. It's so good. Does the Blade Runner film vault come with a theatrical cut? It does not. There's only 2 discs in there. You get a Blu-ray and 4K of the final cut. That's the only cut of the film. I know a lot of people were complaining about that. Are you excited for the sequel to Scarface Pop's Cocaine Bear? I actually am very excited about Cocaine Bear. I like a bunch of weird shit, and that movie is a home run right down the middle for me. I will be checking that out.
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks is directing it too, so I'm excited to see what she brings.
Yeah, I was excited until you said that.
All right.
You didn't like Charlie's Angels or any of our other movies?
Or any other wonderful features that you want? Yeah.
All right. I didn't even know there was an Umbrella Terrifier too. Yeah. I'm a one-man army in there, Brad. All right. And we still got 59 people in there, man. We were over 60 at one point. Really appreciate it, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Kansas, Eureka releasing Beach of the War Gods with Jimmy Wang, day one purchase. Beach of the War Gods. I'm not familiar with that one. I'll keep an eye out for it. All right, Frankie Potts, where can I get the Umbrella Terrifier double box set? You should be able to go to the Umbrella website.
UmbrellaEntertainment.com, maybe. But it's Umbrella's website. They got 3 different releases, like a standard version, a $55 one, and then a $100 one. And they're all still in stock, even the $100 one. So
Samara Weaving can leave without Nev Campbell. The 4K, the era release of Blood Red was very good. My favorite Argento film. All right, Lipke says, Nev Campbell won't be in it. She is too busy with Lincoln Lawyer season 3, the new Twisted Metal series, and she was just cast as the lead in the new series. So if Paramount didn't pay her worth.
Yeah, if she's in TV now, she's probably making way more money anyway.
Yeah. And we got a ton of chats out there, guys. Chris says, and we got a 4K of Event Horizon again next year. Yeah, I never did grab that 4K of Event Horizon. I need to.
Oh, it was good.
Need to get this. Yeah, that's what I've heard. All right, Bobs, I'm going on, son. Yep. Stay tuned, guys. Pops is going to be streaming Elden Ring later tonight after this, and that is a lie. Yeah, my oldest son was visiting from Colorado, and he introduced me to Elden Ring. And yeah, needless to say, that's a tough ass game. I really suck at it, and I will not be streaming that live. But that's kind of an inside joke between us. Loki says, yeah, a lot of people weren't into Scream 5, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
I like it.
I did too.
Says, oh shit, Elden Ring. I'm a little in that game. Yeah, I won't be streaming that anytime soon. Side Hustle Cinema is the man. I agree.
Todd, nice
Side
guy.
Hustle Cinema is awesome. Awesome Rocky statue back there, Pops Movie Dungeon. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I actually got that doing the Rocky tour. Don't get me started on that. I'll talk for 10 minutes. I did the Rocky tour with a Rocky lookalike in Philadelphia, and I got that statue when I did the tour. That was pretty cool.
I still like that Clint Eastwood box set behind you is nice, man. I don't know anybody else that has that.
That's still my favorite piece of anything I got back here. I mean, this is pretty close up there, but that's still my favorite thing.
Where did you even get that, Clint Eastwood? Is it American?
I got it from Zombie. That's a Zombie exclusive. Yep.
Tony, you got it too?
I think that.
No.
Short subject. Tony's gonna be an
Tony, if you want to put the alien head and maybe a couple other of those rare pieces back there, maybe we can talk trade. Well, you have to come correct on that. The alien head, and let's throw some more stuff in. Or the predator head.
Oh my God, you got that alien head? Jeez.
Well, he's got the predator head, but that's the one I want.
Save several busts.
Yeah, he's got all kind of stuff back there in that room. One real nerd said hello.
Tony, when's that
Saw
movie
Trap
room
will be everyone's
tour
number one pick.
When's that movie room tour coming, Tony?
Soon, very soon.
He's gonna have the most views on YouTube. Watch.
Yeah, man, I can't. I'll be there.
The Saw set will be Pop's number one for worst physical media release.
Oh, it would be up there number one. It might be 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Wild Wrangler, thanks Pops for everything you do. I appreciate it, Wild Wrangler. Gus, what's going on, Gus? So say to everybody. Brokeback Mountain 4K would be my number one. Adrian James says, hey to Gus. All right, Jess. I might quit watching the stream and watch Roadhouse now. Freaking love it. Hey, I wouldn't blame you a bit.
She just won't be watching it in 4K.
Yeah.
Can't watch the 4K.
I think Craig fell asleep.
There he is. But, it's my favorite Friday the 13th, but this year the first one 4K. Yeah. Don't tell me it's too dark, Crab. It adds to the greatness. I'm not sure which one they're talking about there.
The Friday the 13th 4K.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Thriller.
Yeah, no, I think it's because a lot of people were complaining that Friday the 13th, the 4K was too dark, but then I've heard other people say that that's the way it was kind of intended to be, because you need to disguise some of the things in the background because, it was made on a budget and it was made back then, so you're not meant to see every little detail in the background and everything. So I could see that.
The problem with 4K, a lot of people think a lot of it's dark, but the thing is, the average person who probably watches like a 4K or puts a movie on, maybe not, I don't know, physical media collectors, but most people just want stuff bright. They just want it bright and they're spoiled and stuff like that. So I think when you get a actual person who understands 4K, they're like, it's too dark, or they're,
Right. Yeah.
Or maybe the director wanted it to be dark. It's not a fucking Marvel movie. It's it's a
Gizmo, weren't you talking about that earlier? Colors and darkness on it and all that stuff.
No, it's just that they push 25% or something like that when you put it on like a darker. The original release is normally darker than the one you get on Blu-ray, like 25% or something. Cinema release.
Gotcha. All right, Gus. Pops, how'd you know it was my pube in the movie? Damn it, Gus. Ali says we need Gizmo on more streams. He has such great insight. Yeah, I mean Gizmo, he's when I first met Gizmo, it was in chat, and I thought Gizmo was on like a work release for being a serial killer. But me and Gizmo have become buddies, whatever, and Gizmo is one of my good buddies now, man. I love him to death. And he's got some a lot of stuff on his channel over there, man. Y'all need to check out. Gizmo's a knowledgeable guy.
I will make a video where I show all the dead prostitute one day.
Yeah, he looks normal. That's about it.
Gizmo, you got Instagram too, I assume?
I have one, yeah. It's just
I think it's
just made it
at
now.
Ted Bundy. No, the real Ted Bundy.
At Charles Manson.
All right. Pat Master say hey to Tommy Starr.
Hey.
All right. Just jumping around here, guys. Rob Zilla says Pop's unboxing of the Ghostbusters set is my favorite YouTube video of 2022. Yeah. If you like seeing train wrecks, maybe. I appreciate it.
They need to put the uncensored cut on YouTube.
Those are the best videos sometimes. You just you're not gonna edit it, you just record it and it's just a complete fuck up. And
if I was to get my trash folder on my MacBook here of all the things I cut out of a video and just do one video of all those, I would only be on YouTube about 2 more days. But it'll probably be my best video ever. All right, he said 1986, the Wraith 2022.
Yeah, that was my favorite release last year.
Yeah. I love that Ghostbuster set so much. Yeah, it's a nice one. My number 3 would be Paranormal Activity box set. Love those movies. Was a surprise release for me as well.
Yeah, I still didn't get that.
My son bought me that for Christmas, and a whole bunch of the amrays on the inside are all cracked to pieces.
Oh. Did he throw it at the TV?
my older son, my
3-year-old son bought it.
The 3-year-old saw it happen, and
yeah, pretty much.
A lot of people don't know, but these these Blu-rays here come with reversible jacket covers.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all reversible.
Yeah, I have that set. Mine's still sealed. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna dig into it at some point.
Yeah.
Brian goes blue. What's going on, buddy?
Hey,
he was gonna be here tonight, but he was a little under the weather, so he didn't make it tonight. He said, they gave us not enough copies of that Ghostbusters set is why they gave us. Come on, Sony, you could have made so much more money. Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense to me because
I don't know why
they could have sold every set they put out.
We
Yeah,
didn't
those
get a
were sold
Ghostbusters
out.
Steelbook in the U.S. I don't know why.
Those were sold out before the
It
Amazon
was
even.
Walmart exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think you could get the European version without the light inside. That's the one I got, so I was really disappointed. It's just the same without the light inside.
No light, man. That's garbage.
Yeah,
That's-
shit.
That's my number one pick for items that I couldn't get for 2022 is that Ghostbusters set. I'm so depressed about that.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Shout out to Brian who couldn't make it. He tested positive for monkeypox, so we're hoping to get well soon, buddy.
Yeah. We'll keep them in our prayers.
Leave it to Brad.
We're fighting the good fight, man.
Love RoboCop is a masterpiece of film. You know, he's a fellow Floridian, so I understand. I know how we do it down here. Chris says, I have the Blu-ray special edition of Arrow, RoboCop, great movie.
Hell yeah.
Rob Zilla says Zombie sucks. I do agree. I
agree
agree.
with
I
you,
had a lot of problems with them. What's that?
I agree 1,000%. Rob Zilla's obvious.
Yeah.
That's a shithouse company.
Or has Arrow released Total Recall? No.
Studio Canal did.
Yeah, Studio Canal. Next one.
That's also a great steelbook.
Yes.
Yeah. Chris, I won't order shit from Best Buy ever. Zai Records in Tucson, Arizona. I'm too old school. I'll drive to the Best Buy and shop for them. But writing is on the wall, and that stuff is not their main priority. No, it definitely ain't.
Yeah,
They're really sell refrigerators and stoves.
Yeah.
Tony, do you have many steelbooks from Arrow?
Yes.
What, like 100 or 50?
No. Probably about 10.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Total Recall was a Studio Canal 4K, I believe, no error release. Yep. All right, Rocky on Blu-ray is just fine. Yeah. I'm waiting for the 8K to come out.
But it was really disappointed that they didn't have all the 5 Rocky films, like at least the 5 first.
Yeah. We'll probably get them at some point.
I mean, even Balboa, I would have taken. I like Balboa.
That's my favorite Rocky Balboa.
I like them all. I mean, every set we've ever gotten on Blu-ray, DVD, it was always the 6. And why we're not all 6 is beyond me.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? It's different. So MGM is owned by Amazon now, and Amazon is the one who owns 5 and 6. So they're not owned by the same company. That Warner Brothers doesn't own 5 and 6. I don't believe. I think it's owned by MGM, which is now Amazon.
Oh, that's stupid.
So Amazon could have made some money if they would just go ahead and go along with it and make their own.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think we see a lot of these box sets not happening in full completion because different studios own them, different rights, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Why not?
They're probably waiting for the buzz of these to go down, then they'll release theirs and make a big hoorah over it. So we'll probably get them in 4K eventually.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon does exclusives, so why not?
Yeah. Right. All right, Adventures of the Nerd Cave. Good name. It's so hard to choose, but my number 3 is the Ghostbusters 4K trap set. Number 2 is the Fright Night 4K Steelbook. That's a good one. And the Lost Boys Zombie exclusive.
What's up, D. Saul? How you doing?
All good ones.
Yeah, the Fright Night had really good bonus features.
That Lost Boys set, I'm actually kind of surprised nobody pulled the Zavi Lost Boys set. I would have if I had it out, but it's boxed up because that's a nice one too. And half the people that ordered that didn't even get it. I know you didn't get yours or Poltergeist, right? You had to order them on eBay, Pops.
Yeah, I did.
Zavi, it's their packaging, man. People were getting it. I know Mika, like she got an empty box, I think, or had like some of the product in it. Fish had his missing. I think somebody else. It's just like I got lucky. I got this bag that said, "Sorry, your box is damaged," and the movies were in perfect condition though.
And you think these companies would like put more care into this stuff and the packaging and the shipping because all they're really doing is just screwing themselves. They're just because everybody gets something damaged, pretty much we're gonna send in for a replacement. So all they're doing is just screwing themselves.
Dude, Zavi puts it in the piece of cardboard. It's worse than Amazon because it could just open it right up. It's terrible.
Come on, guys. They tried their best. It's okay.
Like he said,
Here we
I
go,
don't
guys.
understand. You got a $70, $80 product and you're just throwing it in. I don't understand that either. That's what blows my mind.
Our Fiji Internet says, serious question. When you guys bring females, are you proud or ashamed to show off your movie collection?
This is an excellent question.
First
That's
off,
what
my
I'm
wife stops my women at the door so they never see it. So, and my wife knows I'm a psychopath, so I'm not worried about that.
That question is why I'm still single. I'm pretty sure.
There you go.
It's part of it.
That's why I'm on YouTube, because my wife hates my collection. Well, I mean, she likes some of it, but for the most part, she's totally annoyed by it. So being on YouTube, at least I can share it with people that enjoy it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yes,
Yeah.
I remember there was a comment, or I got some comments before, like about people like, I never have the collection behind me or anything like that, and they were like, does this guy even really collect? Is he just trying to pretend he's a collector? I'm like, I'm trying to pretend to be a fucking dork. Like, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. And I got 1,000+ fucking movies.
What he does, what Brad does is when we do these streams and he's picking out his movies, he just buys them all just to show them, and then he returns them all.
I return
He
them.
saves the
I just
receipt.
want to be cool.
He saves the
I'm
receipt.
just trying to be cool like you guys.
I've gotten to the point where I'm content being single, and I'll just wait until I meet somebody else who appreciates physical media as much as I do, because otherwise it doesn't work out. I swear.
A lot of this, man, it's like it's a disease. It's like an addiction. There is some shame behind it. It's like, I bought 40 movies today. Fuck,
I couldn't
6 copies of one movie.
I couldn't possibly hide the amount of nerdy shit that I had, so it'd be impossible to even try. And I'm not that good of a liar, so no, I'll
just
be
think
completely honest.
A woman comes over, she sees the collection, and it's just not attractive to most people unless they understand it. Like,
none of this stuff is sexy, man.
Yeah,
it's like
they're
the
not going to.
virgin. Let's hide everything that's embarrassing.
If you're a collector, you guys understand. But yeah, I mean, somebody's gonna come over and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Fair? What is wrong with this guy?" Like, so I mean, but it is what it is. I'll just wait, patiently. It is, just be content.
All right, Monica says, "Hey guys, nice to see you all. What's going on, Monica?" They don't bring back females. Yeah, I got the wife in there, so I kind of caught my limit. I
don't think my wife would like it. I don't think my wife would like it if I try to bring back a female.
Right, half the guys on this panel are married.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a mute point here.
Tony, you said your wife does not come downstairs. She does not hang out in the basement.
She doesn't hang out in the basement, but she walks through the basement every day to get to her car.
Yeah.
She walks through the basement and she shakes her head every time as she's going out the door.
I promise you, she does not give
sitting-
me a single word about it.
No.
I'm sitting in my car right now. My wife just came to the window in the kitchen because of this comment.
Ears perked right up.
Now I'm getting shit right now.
She's holding a butcher's knife in her hand, like Michael.
Yeah, I'm not
Myers.
going back in the house tonight.
She just sent you a text and just said, just go ahead and stay out there tonight.
I'm gonna walk in and my movies are gonna be all over the place. I know it.
Right, I'll teach you to cheat on me. She's just like burning slipcovers one at a time.
Oh my god, that's a divorce waiting to happen.
She'll blame it on the 3-year-old, right?
Right.
There you go.
He does
Blame
that.
everything on the 3-year-old.
Tony, were you a big collect, like a VHS or whatever was around when you met your wife?
Yep, the whole time. She knew what she was getting.
Yeah,
My
Hey, they
wife
don't
just
like
said
it,
she
damn 'em.
likes my collection. She just doesn't
That's
like
how
it.
I am. Look, when I go out, I'm like, hey, look, I collect movies, like, and it needs
You
to
have
be
to explain
stated.
it like you have a medical condition. Like, listen, before we get home and I take my clothes off, you're gonna see some stuff. That's what it's like.
It's hilarious.
Well, see, it works out good for me. My wife has a shopping and a shoe addiction, so we have an understanding. She don't mess with me, I don't mess with her. We just kind of looked the other way. It was kind of bad today. We have a front doorbell camera, and I was back here playing PlayStation. You know, I was off today. Wife had to work this morning, and I see the doorbell camera motion go off. I don't get a chance to look at it. She sends me a text message. What the hell? This guy pulls up like 4 big boxes, you know, and drops on the front porch, you know, 2 days after Christmas, 3 days after Christmas. And she's like, what the hell did you order? And yeah, well, they were all for me. They were all movies. But it was a big, I hate when they all come in one day. I like them to be spaced out a little bit. Ain't quite so obvious. But,
you can't hide it as easy from the wife when it's like 5-6 packages at once.
Yeah. I gotta get rid of that doorbell camera. It's killing me, man. It's killing me.
Yeah. I got a buddy of mine, his wife's like, yeah, he's got 10 packages a day coming in.
Well, at least he's not a drug dealer. I mean, could be worse.
But I come home and see new couch pillows or new, you know, new candles around the house, or she's wearing a new pair of shoes. I don't say a word. So, like I said, it works out well. All right.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want
fans of
somebody
something. What's
to,
going
like,
on?
You need to quit collecting. That would be just a deal breaker. I'd be like, yeah, no, this is a big part of who I am.
Yeah, same here. If fans of something says hey to chat, hey to Tony and the panel.
Hey,
Yeah, hey to Tony. Oh yeah, the rest of y'all too.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Everybody's here to see Tony. All right. Yeah, we're about to get caught up on the chat here, guys. We're gonna get on out of here in a second. I really appreciate everybody being here and all you guys joining us tonight, man. It's been a good time. All right, Rocky 4K next year. Yep, talked about that. Got to go to bed. COVID kicking my butt. Mez knocked me out. Everybody have a happy New Year. Earl, appreciate you being here, man. Hope you feel better.
You too, Earl. Happy New
Get
Year.
better, Earl.
Yep. Great 2022. Great streams. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. KB says, as far as the second site releases, great year. Drive and The Witch were my favorites. Vinegar Syndrome had a fantastic year. Roadhouse was my favorite.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, couldn't agree more. All right. Told you my Ghostbusters box set got lost in the mail. Oh man, that sucks.
It's
You know,
terrible.
Mika's had so much bad luck with these like delivery guys and FedEx, UPS. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Lost Boys, Ghostbusters.
So yes, Bob, I got the Lost Boys set from Zombie, but Poltergeist was empty. Yeah, man, that Poltergeist. I got the Lost Boys set. That Poltergeist set I ordered like day one, and they just canceled my order just for no reason. So I had to buy it from damn eBay.
I think Zavi takes too many orders, and then they cancel the pre-orders. And it's like if you pre-order, you should not be getting your order canceled.
There should never be a canceled pre-order. It makes no sense.
Right.
Why did we pre-order? Doesn't make the appropriate amount.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how many pre-orders there are. Why are you canceling them?
I'm sure what happens is it's like, okay, there's a bundle, 5,000 or 1,000, and you can't just order 1,000, 123. You have to order 2,000, and they do just not enough pre-orders, and they only do 1,000 is what happens.
Alex says, all of you should be proud of your collections. As a female movie lover and collector, I would be stoked to meet someone else that had a collection. Hell yeah. Little insight on the other side.
There's a few women out there like that, so thank you.
Yeah.
That's what y'all need to find.
A chat room full of women that love to collect.
Yeah, it's just that there's 50 different states.
Tommy, we know a woman who collects physical media.
It's a little tough to meet him on the internet, Tony. You might be like, oh, where are you from? Oh, California? Okay. 2,000 miles away.
4K loadout. What's up, guys? Happy New Year. Same to you, buddy. Rest in peace, Ruggiero Diodato. Yeah, man, I heard about that today.
That's sad.
Yeah,
I mean, he's 83. What are you going to do? But, man, legend.
Yeah, I just got that Cannibal Holocaust 4K in today also. Laying here somewhere.
Now, that's the cut version of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coming
unfortunately.
from the UK, it's going to be cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
I have the Grindhouse releasing version also. But
supposedly, what is it? Cauldron Films is going to put that out, or is it? No, it's Grindhouse releasing. I think
they're doing their own 4K, a re-release.
Oh, of course.
I think I heard that.
So I probably should have held off on that one then.
It'll be
RIP to Pele also. That's probably the only soccer player I can name.
Oh.
Yeah, no, like someone took it out. Oh. Greatest cannibal movie, Cannibal Holocaust.
That's absolutely true.
That was the craziest thing. How do you miss that when packing it up? Sorry, girl, it sucks. Dirk. Hey,
What's
guys,
up, Dirk?
couldn't make it tonight, but my 3 for 22 is The Witch from Second Sight, American Werewolf in London 4K, and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from Turbine. Yeah, man. Solid picks, man. What's up, SPC? All right, guys, we are caught up in the chat. Still got 58 people here, man. Really, really appreciate you guys taking some time out of your holiday to join us tonight. This is by far the biggest panel I've ever had, man. Some of my greatest friends on here right now. Had a great time with this, guys. Anybody got anything they want to talk about or announce before we get out of here?
I'm just glad Brad didn't kick me out.
I'll just say thanks again to Pops, Brad, for having me. And it was great to meet all you guys. I actually get to stream with you guys live. Love to do it again. Anytime. This is always fun. So thanks again.
Yeah. Thank you. Pops. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And thank you,
man.
Brad. I appreciate it. Both of you guys.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm just a procurer for Pops.
Met so many.
I got the phone numbers and stuff. So
I think the only 2 I had met with,
I get them on.
only 2 people I knew before this met in person was Pops and Tony. So awesome to finally meet the other, 6 of you guys. 5.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I've got my top 10 22. I got my top 10 films of 2022 releasing tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And I did my worst top 10 was released today. If you want to check those out.
Oh, for sure, man.
For sure, Tony.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I guess Saw will be on there.
Any of those new subscribers I just got, if you're looking for religious content, you came to the wrong channel. I know it says the 4K Tent Revival, but it is not a religious channel. So I apologize in advance for that. But look for more stuff with me, Anthony, Gizmo, Dirk, some of these other goons. We're going to be doing more of the WTF stream soon.
Hey, Trini.
What's up, Trini?
What's up, Trini?
But guys, we're gonna get out of here before I don't want Tommy to run out of gas. So we're gonna get out of the stream so he can.
Yeah, get inside the house before you find your Steelbooks and Slipcovers burnt.
Right. Go kiss some ass, makeup, make things right. But guys, everybody have a happy New Year. We'll be back soon with some more stuff. Again, guys, thank y'all so much for joining us. And we will see y'all soon. You guys take care.
Take it easy.